No, wait. Hang on. Wait.
Oh my god.
I hate you.
Just making Rue's life.
Just the worst, the absolute worst. What's going on, everybody?
Turning off your camera.
We're here with another episode of Corazon Station here on All Nerds Here. We are, in fact, All Nerds Here. One of us is a jackass who likes to taunt other people and make their lives more difficult.
We'll talk about Vid that way.
And throwing under the bus. Excellent. It's already starting. We're off to a roaring start. If you can't tell, we're all in rare form tonight. We're very excited to have you with us. We are a stream of role-playing games. We're all wonderful folks. We would like to tell you about some stuff before we get into playing. If you want to support this particular brand of chaos, you can go to sonerdwear.com and get yourself some merch, get yourself a sweatshirt, t-shirts, tank tops. Summer is coming up. We got the sun's out, muscles out, season coming up. It's sandal season, baby. Get yourself a water tumbler for your coffee or whatever it is. sonerdwear.com. Maddie makes some great stuff. You can support the channel. All of that goes towards keeping us moving and providing great entertainment for you. And it just warms our hearts. So if you use the code ALLMERCH here, you get 10% off your purchase. Check it out. Got some new stuff in the works. Coming soon. I promise. It's not like vaporware. There will be t-shirts.
Now we need shirts that just say vaporware.
Yeah, you know. We are going to go around the table and introduce the fantastic cast assembled before you. As you can see, we are down one of our fine furry friends. JR will be with us later on. He's got some stuff going on, but he will be coming soon to throw a monkey wrench into all of the preparations that we're making in the first half of the episode. So we're very excited to see that. But that's JR down there. So let's start, as we always do, with the incomparable Rue.
Hello.
Tell us your name, your pronouns, and who you are playing.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rue. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Nikhil, whose pronouns are also she, her. And I'm using the El Caballero playbook.
Awesome sauce. We got Alex.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing Kidea, who uses the Ladonia playbook and has she, her pronouns. Also, I just got my second COVID vaccine today. So far, I feel fine, but if I start acting strange and feverish in the middle of the recording, I might have side effects. Who knows? So far, I'm okay.
Fingers crossed.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
we're all playing
We're
real fast.
doing it live.
Yeah.
We're in it to win it, baby.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Show must go on.
Experiencing no side effects, as far as I'm aware. We have Viditya.
Not to the vaccine, but to reality. Who knows? Hi, I'm Vanitia. I'm playing. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Kiran, who uses she, they pronouns and is the La Baeza playbook.
Certainly will be a figure of much attention this episode.
It's my wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing can possibly go wrong
Nothing. It's
at a wedding in a telenovela.
Wedding souls very well.
And last but certainly not least, we have Kevin.
Hey, I'm Kevin. I'm not muted this time. I currently use he, him pronouns. I play Tu or Francis, who uses he, they pronouns, who is El Empleado. And he is planning. I don't think he plans anything really. He just does cause problem.
Has problems, is a problem, does problems. Yes,
Yes.
all of the above. It's conjugated verb with two. I'm Simon. My pronouns are he, him. I'm the MC. I'm the facilitator for this game. I play everybody else, and I nudge things along occasionally. We are very, very excited to approach rapidly this is the penultimate episode of Corazon Station, our actual play of the world's greatest role-playing game, Pasión de los Pasiones, by Brandon Leon Gambetta, published by Magpie Games, coming out very, very soon. We are approaching the end, so we have a little game feature called Last Time On, which is very cool because it time boxes your play session. So, when you have games that just sort of go on and on and on, and you kind of sometimes try to worry about how to end it or wrap things up or find the ending of the game. This game is like, no, you're done when you finish 7 sessions. We hacked it because we are who we are, and I wrote some extra little prompts for everybody. But it does say that when you tick your last time on option, it's the series finale, not the season finale, the series finale. The whole telenovela ends. So that's what's coming up. So this episode is going to be all about putting fuel on the fire, and then next episode we'll be watching it all burn down. Who will make it out when hearts are ablaze? We'll find out. So, to that end, we return once again to the chaotic space station that is known as Corazon Station. It is full of a lot of rough vibes, but love is in the air right now because Sin Problemas and Kidron, they have the wedding of the century coming up right now. It's been all over the vid feeds. It's all over the news. Everyone's talking about it. Surely things will go swimmingly for everybody involved. Let's go through and tick off our last time on options. And actually, I'm going to start us off with JR's for Ismael, so y'all can have a little time to think and choose. Ismael, because JR is not with us at the start of the show, kindly gave us his option to let us all know what his intentions are this time. JR chose, you made sure someone would regret ever crossing you again. And what we see is a early conversation between Prince Ismael and Sin Problemas in Infinite Heaven, where he says, you can see everything from here, except who your friends are. You play this game beautifully. I'm not even mad you framed me. Those Espadon thugs were an annoyance, yes, but ultimately we both gain from their loss. I'm here because I'd like us to be friends. And Ismael delivers some proof of one of her schemes. Trust me, you don't want me as an enemy. And that is interspersed with footage from a more recent episode of the TV show of Ismael using Carmen's biometric data to access her files. All of her files. So as we saw last episode, Carmen, the journalist for the Infinite Heaven Inquirer, who had a whole grudge against Nikhil, like, you're a terrible person, you're the worst person on the station for murdering her partner. Well, Ismael hijacked the broadcast of Nikhil's tell-all and rewrote the narrative and has access to all of Carmen's files. So he knows what she knew. Also, he killed her. So
Also, she's dead.
she's also dead. So who would like to pick us up from there? Don't all jump at once.
So, 2 has recently intercepted a letter meant for someone else.
Ooh.
I think. I don't know if this is too corny or not. That's a telenovela. Who gives a shit?
There's no
Yeah.
such
You
thing.
can't be.
Listen to what you just said.
Well, 2 has intercepted a letter meant for Kiran from Alberto, who is not dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who's not
Oh,
dead?
wait, what?
This is a note from Alberto to Kiran saying,
Yes.
everything's going according to plan. So when you get Sin Problemas married, you kill Sin Problemas, and then we run together, away together with her money.
Whoa!
Whoa! Yes!
Prenup for this marriage includes a clause for like, oh, if one of these people murders the other one, they get all the money.
Yes. Murder specifically. It's
In the case of someone's unfortunate death, regardless of the circumstances. And I love that we don't know if Corazon is in on it or not.
No.
There's just this like hollow text that you intercepted.
Yes.
Or is it a video call or something?
You know what? I think that's what it is. It is a video
Yeah.
call. And it shows like Alberto all fucked up. It's
Right.
like really crap like makeup to show that he's like he's recovering from his injuries like in some dank like part of Las Ruinas. Like with like water dripping behind him and some steam.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Does he still
oh.
look like Princess Mao? Sorry.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have an
Oh.
idea.
Yeah.
I want to go really buck wild with this, with the special effects budget and prosthetics. I think he's got a Two-Face situation going on.
Yes!
He got, as we recall, Alberto, who got spaced by Ismael for his transgressions, ended up in some like wild scheme where he had his appearance altered and his genetics altered to look like and resemble Ismael perfectly, and he got smoked by Ismael. So he is alive, but now like half of his face is mangled and looks like Prince Ismael, and the other half looks like Alberto.
Yes.
So like all the like nanites and surgery and whatnot like got goofed up, and so he's got this weird double face situation.
Jesus Christ.
Horrifying.
Oh, that's so good.
How are we gonna follow that up?
Come on,
Or
you only
build
have
on
two. You only have two options to pick from.
makes
That's
it,
still
makes
pretty
it
hard.
harder.
I called in a favor, but nobody came to my aid.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Because I think that sounds fun. Because I think what Hideo wants to do,
Nice,
while
nice,
everyone
nice.
is distracted planning this wedding, she has been finishing up her like giant mutant assault cat that she was working on. She was sort of prototyping that. So I think she's gonna be we see her in her lab like looking at like row after row of these big tanks where she's been growing these things, and she like wants to take revenge on the Espadon Empire for everything they put Nikhil through, and so I think she's gonna try and like call, we see her like typing out on her little hologram keyboards and sending messages that feel like, soon I'm gonna strike at the Espadons, I need you to be there with me, and like everyone's just leaving her on red.
Yeah, the Tesoros are too busy doing whatever they're doing. The Aguantes are like, we can't do that. Are you kidding me? We're a bunch of scientists. You're like trying to push machine guns in the arms of Mensa members and be like, okay, go take that guy out. Like,
Yeah.
Jeez.
harsh. Kidea's friends are few and far between now.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mm.
Lo, how the mighty have fallen.
Okay, I have one. I'm just decided which one of my two I'm gonna do. Ismail isn't here, but I think it makes the most sense with him. So mine is, you promised a lover the world and then toss them aside like a cheap toy. And I think this is like an old flashback because like we've established like like at the beginning of the series, at the beginning of our show, like of course like of the stream, there was like this kind of tension, but then that's broke as a lot of things happened. But that's been going on for a while throughout the show, right? So like there was a time where Kira and Ismail were like a thing, like something was going on. And I think it was like a small moment of like, wait, hold up, like you might actually be a good person or you mean whatever, but then I think it's like it's just like a shot of like Kidon being like, or betraying him in a way where it's like, oh, I just,
I wanted you for your money or whatever.
yeah, like I was using you to get to someone, and it actually broke like Ismael in a way that maybe is what started this whole horrible relationship that we have.
Yeah.
This back and forth.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense because you used to be a Remora. You used to be one of these treasure hunters,
Yeah.
actively seeking after the puzzle box.
Oh, I think maybe Ismael was like the first person who I was like, I need to get out of the junks. And
Yeah.
like Ismael comes to the station and Kidon's like, him. And then like, you know, I do my thing, and then that's kind of like where you find me at the beginning of the of like the second season or something, you know, is like with Ismael.
Yeah. You like, oh, like this is my ticket out. You're my way up through society. And
Yeah.
Ismail like is so caught up in the moment, the passion of everything. Like, well, this person actually seems to care about me in a way that people don't normally.
Yeah.
Maybe this is something new now that I'm here from Trilax. I'm sort of like a little low-key ostracized back in Trilax. it seems
Yeah.
like. So, and then you're just like, no, that was, you thought this was serious? No.
Yeah. You're a stepping stone.
Right.
Like,
And
yeah.
that was the spark, the beginning of the end for the next 2 seasons
Yeah.
of the TV show, right? The next 100 episodes. All right, which brings us to Nikhil.
Yeah. I'm trying to see how either of these would fit in. Have you spotted 2 people embracing through a window, or you stepped in at just the right time to save someone from danger? And I'm not sure which direction to go in.
Well, you could have overseen 2 people who it would be taboo or, you know, scandalous for them to be seen together, like people who thought like were secret in a secret relationship. We kind of have a couple of these things going on.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something about the love triangle that we have established. Like it could have been a moment of like Kiran and Tu, or
Yeah.
Kiran and Ismail even,
Yeah.
or something like that.
So probably must have missed mine.
Right, it could be one of those. Or if you went the other direction, then you could be setting up an angle about trying to keep someone safe.
Yeah.
And that would imply that there will be a little more like direct action this episode that we might see as a result of that.
Yeah. My original idea with the embracing was that she didn't necessarily see anyone in particular, but seeing 2 people embracing through a window pushed her to like pursue the relationship she was in with Thu a little more. Like, oh, there was a possibility of us being happy. I don't know if that particularly fits. like,
I don't
today's.
think it's necessarily the way that it's intended.
Okay.
But I do like the idea that it is a
Nice.
moment that spurs you towards being like, no, I'm actually serious about this relationship. That maybe what we saw ahead of that in that episode that clip is from is something like you being very a lot of roles to process your feelings out loud, effectively, of like,
Yeah.
what am I doing? What is going on here? There's this like, will they or won't they between Nikhil and Tu, and in that moment of Nikhil being like, I just don't know if this is what I want, you're like walking through the junks or whatever, or Infinite Heaven, or even Alma Central, and you just see a couple like embracing, and you overhear a conversation about like how much they love each other and they're dedicating their lives to each other, etc. Like, I'll be with you no matter what, even if we fight, etc., that kind of thing. And that's the moment that catalyzes you to be like, no matter what happens, I will always, like, I will try to make this work, right? Does that work for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet. So we'll take that moment, and that's to just sum up. Basically, that's a moment recently. Okay, where you've been like, okay, I know things are wild right now and they've been rough between us, but I want to try and work things out with two. Okay, so that's gonna be very interesting to see because you're gonna be in this triangular situation right now where who knows where two's feelings lie right now. Two,
Yeah.
who's your love right now?
Let's see.
Is it Nikhil still?
I think it is Nikhil still, because I haven't been able to.
Yeah.
We haven't had an intimate one with Kira.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So we'll see how that pans out, if it stays the way it is. But we get the sense that maybe the two of you can work things out, and that the two Kiran connection is fading. Who can say? Okay. With all of that in mind, now that we've set the stage, let's light it all on fire.
Let's do it.
So, as we said at the top of the episode, there is a wedding that is going to happen. Everyone knows about it. Everyone across Infinite Heaven, obviously, all the big movers and shakers will be there because Sin Problemas has invited them. You know, and if they aren't invited, they'll still try to get in, probably, because it is not only extremely important to Sin Problemas and all of her connections, but it is a path for upward mobility to be seen at this place, right? It's still, of course, it's going to be at Casa de Oro.
Of course.
Of course. And there still will be gambling and races and stuff going on top of it. It's just that there will be a extra big banquet and celebration, and I think Sin Problemas probably welcomes that as well. Like, oh, my generosity, I'm so magnanimous about all this stuff that you can, you know, anyone who comes to my place of business, well, you can come by. There's an open bar, whatever. I can afford it.
Right.
She's in power, and she's really enjoying having that kind of control within Infinite Heaven. I think the Espadon Empire has still not managed to push their claws, because they're jaguars, into that part of the station, but everything else I think is pretty firmly under Espadon control. So like the Tesoro Combine and the Aguante Research Group are always on the back foot, because the Espadons are station security now. So we're not going to open with the wedding itself. We're gonna sort of see how the prep is going, but we're kind of in the last stages of preparation. So I think it makes sense to open up with the week before, or like a couple days before, probably at Casa de Oro with Kiran and Sin Problemas, unless anybody else feels strongly about framing a scene elsewhere. But we can start there and see where it takes us, because I'm sure somebody will try to process their feelings out loud, and that might immediately jump us to another scene.
Did I ask anyone to be like a part of the wedding planning party? Like, is somebody else?
That's up to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's your
Oh.
I would do it.
You want to do it, Alex? Well, I'm asking like who feels like they'd have something fun with that, because I could say any one of you. I can see any one of you as me going, "Hey, you want to help me with this fucking wedding?" But yeah, Kadea being there, I think is a lot of fun.
That would be really cute to me if she's like partially doing it so she has an alibi for like, I haven't been making a series of like assassination raids against the Espadon Empire. I've been publicly planning this wedding.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's the greatest cover story.
Oh, I love it. So did you approach me, Ben? Is it like, can I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
what else?
It's
Excuse me, employee.
It's
I
right
could use
after
you.
after she sent all those emails to people and got left on red about doing this, like, hey, you want to do a paramilitary assault with me? They were like, no, and she was like, okay.
Well, fine.
Kieran, can I help you plan your wedding?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
Yep.
They use an emoji for the first time in their life.
It's just the little sparkle emoji,
Yeah. I'm like, oh, huh.
dignified.
All right. Oh, I love it. So we're in Casa de Oro, and like, and your relationship with Sin Problemos is like a little weird, right?
It's weird. We're like, we have that weird thing where like we're kind of rivals, but we pretend to be really friendly with each other
Yeah.
in public. But like we're both sort of like low key backstabbing each other a lot. But like we also work
Yeah.
together. Yeah, it's a fun, fraught
Yeah.
relationship. And I think I mentioned in my talking about my feelings the other episode that I was like, yeah, I have a bunch of like long buried plans to like try and supplant her, but I don't really like want to anymore. So,
Right.
like whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
Shrug, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because I was like, what's the vibe?
Yeah. It's definitely kind of a weird vibe. I think I came in with a bunch of really cute, like smaller cats. They're kind of like sphinx looking cats
Ooh.
that have like little like ties and little like formal outfits, and they've got like baskets and stuff so they can like carry around refreshments, like they can be a little staff for the wedding.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I want it to be
Oh my
real.
Nice.
I think it'd be fun to start there, and I'm like, darling, what do you think about the cats? Like, I'm like, kind of like, I'm like, isn't this so quaint? Isn't this so nice? Like, what do you think? What do you think about having Kadea's cats, like, scurrying around,
Yeah.
serving
So-
people? I mean, that's fun.
Well, this could be fun. This could be cute.
Yeah. And they will be excellent. Just if anything should happen to go wrong at the wedding, you will have the perfect, unobtrusive security system at your beck and call. And one of the cats, like, looks like a tiny little cute one. It's like, "Meow," and then its mouth goes like, opens up sideways.
And she Sin Problema's like grimaces and kind of like pulls a hand back a little bit.
They're perfectly tame, Sin. You don't need to be such a shrinking violet around them.
Oh.
I'm used to seeing them on the track, is all. I like things to stay in their place.
Ooh.
Well, they've never disappointed you before, have they? Except for there was that one bet between you two, wasn't there?
And she's kind of like looks down and there's like a like flashback sound
Yeah.
with like some horrible noises, but we don't see anything on screen, and she
Oh my
like looks back
God.
at you. I do have to admit they are the primary moneymaker for Casa de Oro. Your
That-
creations have always dazzled attendees.
Now look at this one, and I reach over, like, I've got one, like, that's been behind my back, and it's like a tiny little kitten, and it's like white and fuzzy, and then it opens up and it's got little butterfly wings on the back, like that flying cat I invented the other time, and it like floats up in the air, and then I give it a little basket with some flower petals in it, and it starts like shaking the basket and dropping flowers.
Oh, what a spectacle.
So cute.
Yes, I can have 100 of these by the time the wedding is ready.
Oh. Damn.
100.
She thinks would look very impressive. Kieran, I want you to know I spare no expense. I want our night to be perfect.
You know, Oh, trust me, dear. I know you won't. That's why I got Kadea.
And she puts a hand on Kidea's shoulder with her like folded 4 mantis orchid arms. Yes, of course, only the best for you, my dear.
It'll be great. I mean, we did want a springtime wedding, but that's not really a thing on a station. But the falling petals, it'll
We
basically
can make it spring. Is that what you want, springtime? I can call engineering and have them rig something up.
Oh, that would be so wonderful. I mean, can't you imagine? It's beautiful. It's breezy. There's flowers everywhere. Oh, I could.
A thunderstorm in the middle of the wedding. It'd be so dramatic.
What about a thunderstorm everywhere but us? So everyone is drenched, but we're magically dry.
Perfect.
Fucking ass.
I've got to get the research team on this right away. There's just enough time, I think. And she's like steps away and was like yelling, "You, with me now!" And she pulls up does this gesture, and a little clipboard appears.
Yeah.
She's got like gloves.
They're like, it's
Those,
like a hollow.
Minority Report gloves,
exactly.
right? The ones
yeah.
that are,
Oh,
the
nice.
thumb and the forefinger, and then just like the web, like leather, like driving glove kind of situations. And she's stretched it out, and she starts jotting notes down on it. Like, so there's going to be isolated thunder showers around the 2 of us, but we'll have repulsors that reflect everything. So it's going to be in a concentrated pocket. Make sure that we adjust the temperatures. I don't want any pollen, of course. So make sure that we bioengineer that out. And then we're going to need a perfectly timed sunset to come in at 6 p.m. on the dot. Do you understand? She's like going off and doing this
Yeah.
whole thing, leaving the 2 of you. And right now you're in Casa de Oro, like the banquet hall where this is going to be. So I think this is kind of the same set piece that we've been in multiple times. But right now it's even more opulent than it was before, right? Where like everything is like gold, like rich gold and deep kind of artificial woods, I think.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Like sleek, dark, kind of glossy plastics and stuff, like black. Not oppressive like Kieran's terrible tech bro apartment,
Yeah.
but like slick. Like
yeah.
it's like you're inside an Aston Martin, you know,
Ooh,
Oh.
I like that. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
luxe sports car kind of feel. With
Oh,
that
it's very
smooth
good.
leather on everything, yeah. And I think it has adjustable lighting and like some panels that can change like projections of stuff, or at least it has AR. So like it adjusts everything to be a little bit more thematic. So there's real bouquets and stuff being brought in, but also synthetic flowers that are being projected onto people's HUDs if they have like cyber eyes and stuff. There's like birdsong being piped in. So you're
okay,
like
yeah.
in this lush where Casa de Oro is like normally like very mechanical and plasticky. There's this vibrancy to the room that there isn't usually. It's like you're standing in the middle of a meadow,
I
but
love
everything's
that.
gold.
Yeah. No.
So what do the 2 of you do?
I think as the camera follows, or like as we see like some probably was talking and being all like, I want all this, we gotta do all this, and then like Kennan's like laughing like ah, ah, and then like slowly kind of leans over to Kadea and be like, all right, Kadea, I'm giving you this, but it's about time you tell me what you actually want out of it. Like still smiling.
Mm,
That's great. You're like,
all
listen,
business.
I've
Yeah.
known you for more than 20 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, you're very into this, and you're playing up the part really wonderfully, but
Oh my
Yeah,
dear
that's
Kira,
fine.
you know me too well. Of course, I would never even try to fool someone of your intellect and perceptiveness. Well, if you must know, I have simply the desire to be as busy as possible and as publicly involved with your wedding as possible, bringing my lovely cats here and just putting on a display that everyone will say, ah, Kidea was here and definitely not anywhere else. Because I do have other plans that I do want to be getting on with as subtly as possible, I think. And I sort of like draw you off to the side where, you know, we have a little bit more privacy.
I think I like hold up a finger, like I think maybe Sim probably most like kind of notices, and I'm like, it's okay, you know, like what's your business?
Yeah.
Cat stuff.
So I say, you know, that the Espadon Empire has really been just incredibly rude recently, don't you think? They were just so horrid to our poor dear Nikhil, and frankly, I think that whoever exploded them really did not finish the job. So,
how dare you?
I don't know it was you.
Yeah.
I
love that.
So I was thinking, why don't we take them down a couple pegs? Maybe a few just covert assassinations of a couple of the key points in their command structure should throw them into just a little bit of disarray, especially if they have absolutely no idea who did it, and start reaching out in all directions at their various foes, paranoid that all of them have been against them, right? That's the sort of thing that us military types love to do.
Any excuse. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'll just be here, busy as a little bee, and occasionally some sort of second lieutenant might disappear in the middle of a busy hallway.
Okay.
Who knows why or how?
Okay. You know, Kidea, I'm perfectly fine with this. This is great. You do your thing. And actually, honestly, it kind of helps me out too. And then again, like, kind of looking down and like pulls up like a catalog and is all like, come here. Now, in return,
Amazing.
a catalog. Nice one, Kevin. In return, I'm gonna need you. I love that you're bringing all your cats into this wedding because I know you can do some real weird shit with them. And if you're allowed to bring in some strange, genetically modified nonsense right under my fiance's nose, maybe a few of them can get lost and retrieve something for me, or disable some measly security measures in another part of the just harmless things.
Nice. I think she actually does put one of her small hands in front of her mouth and do a little, just a small ojo-sa.
Yeah. I love it.
Do you think that is a manipulation of a social superior, or is that something that Kidea is just like, oh no, I'll do that?
Good question.
I'm okay with either.
Let's look at relook at the rule.
We haven't done it in a while, so it'd be cool to see.
Yeah, let's hit it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have the option of abasing yourself, which you would appreciate.
Yeah.
Damn.
Who doesn't appreciate a little?
Yeah.
Who doesn't appreciate an abasement?
Kidea is the one that manipulates most of the time. So you're like, oh yeah, I can do this, and also, now that I'm here, I want you to do this thing. Like, if things happen to happen, then... Yeah. So have you caught Kidea in a good mood? It sounds like yes.
Yeah.
I think you enjoy it. It sounds like.
Does your well-being directly affect Kidea's?
I think I would say so in this case. Yeah.
Okay.
Tying myself to this wedding pretty publicly and obviously.
Yeah. You kind of need me to have this wedding.
Right.
Yeah. And right now, I don't think you're the center of attention.
No.
It's just the two of you here. Yeah.
And I don't have like I've not drawn you in.
Right.
All right, let's do this. +2.
+2.
Oh, thank God. That's a 6 + 2, so that's an 8. Okay.
Hey.
Do you have conditions?
Just.
Oh shit! Do I have conditions?
Oh no.
I do have conditions. Accuse someone of lying, certain death, demand what I deserve. Nope. Okay, never mind. I'm good. Okay.
Nothing relevant.
None of mine have to do with manipulating someone above me. That's interesting. I guess I'm
That
just
is
always.
You're.
I'm just always able to do that. Okay.
No benefits or penalties.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sweet. So on a 7 to 9, they need a bit more convincing, and you will choose to either abase yourself and mark a
Mhm.
condition, or give Kidea something that she wants first.
Mhm. Oh, huh. How would I base myself? Well, let me ask first. Is there something that you want that I could give you?
I think probably, yeah. You could give me some of your Remora contacts and have some people to be like lookouts and like do reconnaissance for my little assassination gigs that I'm trying to plan.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
ho, 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 ho.
Like they won't have to
Oh.
do anything, but they'll just have to like help, keep an eye out and stuff.
Just
Oh,
on loan.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this. Like, I'm scratching your back, so can you scratch mine? And you're like, well, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine again. Like,
Well, I have 4 backs, you see.
So many backs and so many hands to scratch with.
You just call, raise.
yeah. Okay. I like that. Because I can't think of a way for me to abase myself currently. I mean,
That's fine.
maybe, but I like the Remora thing.
Yeah, that's very good. So I think I respond and say, oh, Kieran, most of my custom clients get a little bit squeamish about the weird stuff. This is the first time I've had a request for it.
Oh.
How
I'll say it like
absolutely
that.
delightful. I'll have to see how creative I can be.
Yeah, of course. And I'll send you a few, there's some specific flowers that I want and some other, we still need to figure out, what everyone else is wearing and all this stuff like that. So I'll send you that. And in that email, we still get email.
Yeah, we got email.
In that virtual mail,
Space man.
S in that.
C-mail for Corazon mail.
Oh no.
Kevin does not like that. I'll also send you a few, of the details, the specs or whatever, anything small that'll need. And
Excellent. So many details go into planning a wedding.
Mhm,
We just
yeah,
must make sure it all goes off without a hitch.
absolutely, incredibly. And I'll send those extra hands your way to help you, with the trucks or whatever. that you
That's
need.
always been my problem, I say. Not enough hands.
The forearms unfold. Oh,
That's very
shit.
good.
Shit.
Oh, that's so good.
That might be the moment. That might be it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so. The camera pans back as you're talking, and the shot will end with Kidea saying, like, "Never enough hands." I think what we see is that you've been in this quiet area. It's like a private booth within this whole thing, but it's got to be like a little alcove, flanked by 2 statues, and I think that it's like 2 nymphs or something, right, made of gold, like gossiping to each other, like
Oh,
curved
that's
over the booth. So,
Yes.
like, they're like leaning in and whispering to each other, and that's
That's
the
good.
top of the arch.
I love it. That's so
Beautiful.
wonderful.
So good.
That's the framing there. Boom. Okay. Let's see what Nikhil and 2 are up to.
Yes.
I think one of you runs into the other, or like bumps into the other person's space somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe we're at Las Ruinas.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
So like one of you is already at the bar and the other one comes up to the other, right?
Yeah.
Unless you have a different idea.
No. Yeah. Two is there. Two is leaned over the bar, harassing Ricky Danger, who has been recently repaired.
Yeah.
I swear to God, this poor robot.
Oh,
No. Be nice to
Harassing.
him. He's recovering.
Ricky, I know. Come on, I know you know where he is. I know he's been here. You seen that two-faced motherfucker? He's been here. Where is he?
Oh.
I'm not getting shaken down again. This is the third time this week. Ricky, as a reminder, looks like Pathfinder from Apex Legends. He's like a robot with a little like camera head, wearing a ranchero hat, like a wide-brimmed hat that's I think now like tilted down a little bit. And he's got like a robot black eye, like his little webcam eye socket has just like this like darkened oil stain or something underneath it.
Or what it
The
is? It's like,
lens
it
has
used
like
to
a
be
little
bright
crack on
color.
it.
It
Yeah.
used to be a bright color. It's been like the part has been replaced with like a purple part instead.
Right, instead of like a white rim around the plastic.
God.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And he's got like
Ricky.
visible scuffs and scratches on the paint job.
You know, if I didn't tell Guildenstern to go in that rubble and pull your ass out, you wouldn't be here right now.
Damn.
And I'm thankful for it. But two, you come in here half cocked, flying off the handle all the time. Well, that's just not the way we do things here in Las Ruinas.
I love his accent.
He's doing acrobatic fucking pirouette off the handle.
Oh Lord.
I don't want to be here any more than you want me here. So if you just tell me where the fuck he is, I'll get out of here. I'm waiting on Nikhil to...
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
Nikhil.
I mean, you
Nikhil's-
can demand what you deserve from him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You're not offering anything of value in return. What are you
No.
trying to figure out? Like, who are you looking for? Is it
I'm looking for Alberto.
Alberto? Yeah, okay. You're not offering anything of value.
No.
He does not love you right now. Are you in over your head?
Yes,
made
because
you.
2 is not a private investigator.
Who is not a private investigator? You're right. And like, people are looking at you funny. Like you're,
Yeah.
you've got the nicest bartender on the station, like by the metaphorical shirt scuff, right? Like, two's leaned over the bar. I'm imagining just like grabbing him.
By his paint job that looks like a shirt.
Oh no.
Right.
He has real suspenders though.
Do I have
It's like
any
from the movie
conditions?
Robots, where their clothing is still made of metal. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The seminal movie Robots.
I think.
Oh no, I'm -2 to demand what I deserve.
Oh,
Oh, good. No,
Yeah.
this is good.
He deserves to fail this role.
I'm trying to push the plot.
No one is rooting for you. I know we're not. I know you're not processing your feelings out loud, but take the minuses.
Oh, that doesn't matter. That's like a 1. So shit like that.
Oh shit.
what did you get? Like a 2 minus 1 or whatever?
I rolled a 3, and I have a -2 from the condition. But with the question, I get what, a +1?
Yeah.
Either way, it doesn't even lead up to a 6. So it's
Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, I think I'm gonna turn it back on you. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a good moment for Nikhil to step in.
Ricky shoots 2 in the face.
Nikhil catches it with her
Pulls out his
arm.
Mozambique.
Oh my god.
Nikhil has a new cybernetic hand. She catches it. The bullet.
I've downed a target.
My god.
Middle mouse button clicking over to his head.
She's spamming enemy here, waiting for Nikhil to
You're close, right? Revive me, you asshole.
Oh, we played Apex together, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're like shaking and grabbing him. and Ricky snaps.
It's
The hat, like you shake him, and the hat falls off.
No.
And like Ricky's
Why?
webcam eye does the like zoom in out kind of like changing perspectives
Yeah.
thing, and the lens glosses red for a few seconds, and there's a security system subroutine activated, and he just grabs you by the arm and pins you onto the bar, and he like realizes what's happening. Like the gloss fades and it goes back to his characteristic, let's say green, because it's a sci-fi show and robots, etc. And he goes, "Too, you know I didn't like to do that. It's just that you pushed me to the edge. And when you push people to their limit, sometimes they break. Now I want to help you. I really do. You've been one of my best customers for years. And I'm not unsympathetic to your plight. I know how hard life's been to you. Life's treated you all terrible. You've been chewed up and spit out 6 ways from Sunday. But I tell you one thing. This ain't the way to do it, too. This ain't the way." And as he's starting to release you, Nikhil comes in through the door.
Yeah. I was gonna say if that the security thing had still been going on, that Nikhil had like some kind of override thing, but it calmed itself down.
I think he lets go as soon as
Yeah.
he sees Nikhil come in.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So he's got you grabbed, and he's like,
Yeah.
not both of you. I think you're like, oh, we don't know how is this gonna end. And Nikhil comes in, he's like, oh, thank God, and he lets go.
Yeah.
And he bends down and he scoops up the hat. He puts it back on very firmly. He's dusting himself off.
Aw. Ricky's like, this is your jurisdiction now, Nikhil.
Right. But he looks, he shoots you a look. He goes like, you, eyes, this one, right here. And he goes to pour you a space beer or whatever ahead of time. And has it ready for you as soon as you sit
Aw.
down.
My
What do you do?
danger is so good. Thanks, Ricky. Two, what's going on? I saw you through the window. You for a bit. Were you trying to assault Ricky after he's just recovered?
After he's just recovered.
We just had a party. We just had a welcome back Ricky party. The banner is still up.
The helium in these balloons is just not going anywhere.
You say this with the two who's still fucked up.
Whoops. You started it.
No, you're right.
And actually, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't know where he was in his recovery process, so she'll lay in the guilt for that too. And you're barely. My accent's all over the place today. I don't know what's going on.
What are you talking about? Your accent's on Corazon stage.
Oh my fucking God.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, you barely recovered yourself. What are you doing getting into fights when you still have stitches on your face?
Yeah, well, I didn't know there was murder bot programming under all the advice animals bullshit.
Advice animal.
I mean, Las Ruinas draws in like the worst of the worst. What did you expect, that Ricky didn't have some sort of programming to deal with that?
Yes.
Ricky is off to the side, like polishing glasses, definitely not listening to your conversations. But like while he's doing it and he's like tipped his hat even further over his little webcam eye, he's like looking down and eyeing like a sawed-off laser shotgun under the
Yes.
bar as well.
Anyway, what were you harassing him for?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I'm here for a drink, like everyone else. I can't come into Las Ruinas.
Well, enjoy your drink. And two like tries to leave, but I assume like for the sake of the scene, you try and stop him
Yeah,
or like hold his arm or something.
Just shove him back down, right?
Yeah.
yeah. She grabs like your arm and pulls you back, or like
She's just
kind
being a
of
big
prevents you from really getting that far up.
Yeah.
Where are you going? You seem agitated. I don't know if you should just be walking around the junks right now. Why not talk to me?
Don't you and Kidea have some business to be out to?
I think Kidea's busy with the wedding planning, I suppose. I don't know. She keeps sending out like palettes, color palettes. I don't know. I haven't really been looking into them. There were just like a lot of blocks of colors, and I don't really understand stuff like that.
Oh, what, you in the wedding party too now?
Not that I know of. I hope not. I don't really want to be around sin problemas. Tell me, maybe I can help you with whatever it is you're doing.
Alberto's still out there.
Did you know that?
I don't think she would have. I feel like she hasn't really been too much in the know with what's going on with Alberto, because it's like, that's some Ismail business. Like, I'm sure he's handling it.
Never mind that you like knocked him out of the way before getting fried. Right?
Oh, that's true.
Who? I don't.
Out of sight, out of mind. Right? I don't know.
I don't know him.
.gif.
You know,
yes.
the guy who came out of the pod, the guy who shot Ismail, the guy who took Ismail's face, the guy who pulled a con, trying to set up some big tech conference, trying to revitalize the junks, and then got shot by Ismail.
Yes.
Yeah.
That ring a bell?
I know who Alberto is. I just didn't. I thought he was taken care of, that I knew of. You're saying he's still at Lodge?
Yeah,
We
I found
interspersed that with shots from those episodes
Yeah.
for the benefit of the audience. It's like clearly the like, hey, did you forget about this plot point? Flashbacks. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, he sent some hollow message to Giran, saying that this wedding is all part of their plan to rob Sin Problemas, which like whatever, I don't care. But Alberto just can't be out there. Alberto's too dangerous.
Yeah, he is. And she like kind of flexes her arm, and it. We'll say that she's wearing like a tank top, so you can see the weird like cybernetic spot where she got shot at that day. I don't actually think it was Alberto who shot at her, but either way,
It was
It was
one of
I
the
think you got shot by Ismail.
two will say that. No, that was Ismail.
Either way,
Even the writers were confused.
Right.
either way, that entire situation was created by him. So yeah, no, he shouldn't be at large. But if you're going to try to handle that, you're gonna need a little bit of protection. I don't know if you should just be going after him alone.
Yeah, but I don't want him dead.
Okay, then what do you want?
That's clearly not the response to was hoping for.
Do go on.
Do you want?
Nikhil's just like pulling out the hill. Well, there's a lot of other options besides killing someone.
Pulling out the catalog. Well, let's just start by finding him.
Yeah, sure. Were you asking Ricky because he knows where he is or something?
Who's gonna like side glance over to Ricky, who is not listening.
Right. I think Ricky at this point, like, coughs. Even though he's a robot, it's like a very like a grating like little bit of burst of static, like a like he's choking on something. You know when someone like catches you doing something and you're just like and he like stutters with the glass that he's polishing, which he's been polishing for the last 10 minutes, the same glass.
Oh, good.
And he like takes 2 steps backwards towards the conversation and then turns his back and then rotates a full like 180 to face you all and puts his one elbow on the bar and tips his hat up just a little bit. Well, truth be told, I might know a little something about that.
Oh, now you know something.
Yukio just like kind of tries to cover Two's face and like stands in front and she's just like, oh, Ricky, you always have so much of the best information in the trunks. I always know if I come here that I'll get something useful. And I don't know what Ricky, like, I'm just gonna say he like collects something, like, and she pulls out like a whole but yeah, he collects those cubes. She's stolen a bunch of cubes from Kidea, and she just like pulls
so
out
good.
Oh my
a bunch of them.
I think there's a thriving business in puzzle cube based memorabilia and collectibles.
Yeah.
Of like there's like a whole sub industry of like people on the station 3D printing like Remora action figures
Oh my god.
and trading cards for
Like
their
baseball
favorite
cards.
people that are like,
Yes.
hey, I think the Fugue is gonna go get the box. And they're like, no, it's Crimson Death. Like Crimson Death is gonna take it. Like, are you kidding? No, Kiran's gonna be the first one to get the box. And like, I heard the Damned are like all 6 of them were just down on level 56, and they said that so and so said.
Yeah, I think Nikhil.
So there's like stuff like that, like recreations of like the box and like architecto designs and like trading cards and stuff like that.
Yeah, so she pulls out like a few cards that are like super holographic and have like a little projection that comes out when she pulls them out. She's like, don't ask me where I got these, but I heard you were missing a black mist and the plague, and well, I don't want to tell you this one. She just like shows it to him and she's like slides it on over to Ricky.
Right. And they're like those. There was that. Do you remember? This was a weird thing. There was like a PlayStation 3 game that used the camera where you'd put cards underneath the camera, and on the TV it would show you like the little monsters that were inside the card.
Yes, I
Yep.
remember.
I remember
What?
this.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's like one of those
barcodes and
situations
stuff.
where like, you know, you play the card and you when it's in the right activated position or whatever, it shows you like who's on it, and like they say a fun line or like do a cool pose or something, like the pull string of an old doll or action figure, and yeah, it's like a little sequence of the 3 of them just like all splayed out, and Ricky's like, right, fell off the back of a truck, of course, and he like goes under the bar and he pulls out a binder and he snaps it open and just slots them very, very carefully with his hands into the binder,
Aw.
into his little card binder, and he looks right at 2 and he mumbles, catch more flies with honey is all I'm saying. Closes the binder. He says, Well, since you're in such good company, I feel more obligated to give you that information, only given that I know y'all be in good hands. You see, I wouldn't be much of a responsible individual if I was sending you to certain death, but now that you got yourself a capable freelancer on your hands, well, that just about changes the situation, doesn't it? Oh, don't give me that look. You couldn't fight your way out of a wet paper bag.
Oh my god.
I seen it. It's on the tapes. You want me to run them back? Check it out. I'll take the game off. I'll take the race off. I'll show you that old boy that what used to be your boss. Still don't understand what that situation was all about. Kicking the ever-loving snot out of you in the back alley.
It's just on like a screenshot for a moment as Ricky thinks about it.
Look, and then there's like
He pulls up like the DVD menu of the special scenes, and one of them is fucking doing his smile.
Fucking hell.
There's a commentary version where Ricky and some patron just commentated over
Ricky
it.
and F Dan.
Yeah.
coming down the bend. It's the diamond in the rough. The diamond in the rough in first place, but what's this from behind? From behind, it's the. It looks like it's a surprise. It's a dark horse. It's literally the dark horse. The dark horse is about to take it. It's going to be too close to click. And it goes to the footage of Ismail just slugging to. And there's another patron at the bar, and he's like, "Yeah, that's right. That right there. That's where his spirit breaks. You can see it. You can pinpoint. Go back 2 frames. Go back. You can see. There it is."
Oh my god, Ricky just puts it on when people are bored.
He's right.
You said we wanted more to this episode. I didn't realize it was just going to be us putting him on blast.
Oh my god! Wait, can there be like a fucking patron who comes up and goes, "Oh my god, it's you! Oh my god, it's you!" Hold on, and he like asks for a fucking picture.
Ricky sold screenshots of it.
It's a vlogger who's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that footage was all over the underground HoloNet. We've got like best back alley fights, volume 26. Your video has gotten me so many hits. I can't believe how much ad revenue you've generated. Can we get, he just snaps a selfie with you." This is going on the front page of the blog. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your work. Keep it up.
Thank you for
Keep it up.
I'm a big fan of your material.
Keep not fighting back.
Oh my god! You should get into fights more often.
Ricky, next time you're a pile of scrap and some rubble, I'm not sending nobody after you.
Well, I won't have to worry about it because I know my good friend, and he claps Nikhil on the shoulder. Nikhil is always going to be there for me no matter what.
I was gonna say right before this that Nikhil like mouthed like, "Don't worry, I'll find you."
She dragged me out of there, not you.
Oh my god!
Where I'm standing, it doesn't look like anybody else is being dragged but you. But I digress, too. I usually like to make sure that people know when they're getting invited to a grilling.
Oh, Ricky's the best.
He slides a drink over towards you with a coaster underneath it. This one here is on the house. Y'all didn't hear anything from me, of course. But I'm just saying that if I were to decide to take a little field trip, I'd be very prepared. Because the word around the campfire is that this Alberto character is one rough customer. And if you about well, he's got some things going on. I don't pretend to know other people's business. I don't like to speculate, but I'm just saying that I would think many times before deciding to cross that individual.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure not to cross them too hard, I guess. I'm not too worried. And then she like winks at Ricky.
And the webcam goes back at you.
Who takes the coaster? Eat shit, Ricky. Walks away.
Always a pleasure, Tim. Get the hell out of my bar. And then on the coaster, like it's an address would be written down, but it's sci-fi. It's a cyber coaster, so it's like a combination. We've done this gag before, I think, but like the little puck when you go to the steakhouse, that's like your table's ready.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those, but it's just been hacked so that instead of telling you that your table's ready, that it's got an address, like it's got coordinates on it. You can plug in like a GPS or whatever onto it, or hook it up to the station security, and you would know.
Yeah. Can Nikhil like swipe her cyber arm over it to get the address so she can?
Oh yeah, you just like swipe it, you get the code, and you
Nice.
leave the coaster in the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not. Hold her in another physical thing that could get lost. Nikhil's
time you
like,
mess with a puck.
Nikhil's like, no more pucks.
Yeah, it's cyberpunk, you know. No more pucks. We've had it too many.
All right, then let's go.
Yeah, what do you do?
Two is going to be very, very sour and be like, "Whoa, this is apparently your field of work. See, you can lead the way. You can lead the charge, Nikhil."
Sure. She's just like, yeah, that's right. This is my field of work. You're completely correct in that.
I think it's going to take a drive or some kind of public transportation or something to get there. So what I want to do is have a moment where, like, you've had this, everybody's around you, kind of like back and forth tete-a-tete, but I want to have like an intimate moment between the two of you as you're like driving to the warehouse or wherever it is in the junks to confront Alberto, where you can
Or on,
talk
like,
about some of your feelings, maybe.
Yeah. We're on the train and we're sitting like next to each other, just looking forward at camera, talking to each other. Perfect.
Yeah, that works.
There's like an awkward silence as we're sitting on the like the scene starts and like it's like maybe a good 30 seconds or so of silence. We're just sitting there staring at the camera. Maybe every once in a while we look in each other's direction, but like not in each other's eyes.
Yeah.
Two will break the silence of like, so you kill anybody lately?
And how are you today, too? Is this how you greet all of your lovers?
These days, yes.
I haven't, actually. Was trying to fix things the other day. I don't know if you've seen... I don't know if the article would, or whatever was going out, would be out at this point, I suppose.
Oh, it was everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
They'll like tell all about what's going on in the station.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know how Carmen ended up dead somehow in the studio? That wasn't you? You're gonna say that's not you? After Carmen like hounded me coming for information about you?
Yeah, I saw that. And next time you give people information, you might want to make sure it's accurate, because I had to correct a lot of it when I did my tell-all. Also, I don't really know what you were hoping Carmen would be able to do for you. She was also needing protection. That's why I was going after her. She was...
Yeah, and she would have been able to get transport for my family off this place. Get the people who want them dead to at least get them off here. But no, she's gone. She didn't need shit from me, so she got it from you. So now my family's still here. Unable to get off.
Is that what you want to get off of here from with your family?
No, I'm not getting off of here. But I want them off.
I might be able to arrange that. That was actually what I was gonna originally try to offer to Carmen before she started talking about this article she wanted to write. I was hoping to get her off this planet and away from this entire situation that she kept getting caught up in. But I want to do like a flashback to preparations. We'll see.
Ooh,
Yeah.
let's do it.
I guess this could or could not have been something that she planned with Kadea. Maybe she just did it herself. That she... Because this is actually what I did have as my original idea for Carmen, so it works out. That, like, she was just gonna try to send her off planet. It was gonna be morally ambiguous because she was considering just giving her amnesia and then sending her off, being like, just forget about everything that happened here.
Chekhov's amnesia dart.
Hey,
Waiting for it.
So she would have nothing attached to her to here. So yeah, she had like a little whatever shuttle or whatever gets people off the station, kind of ready to go, with like whatever money she had left from all her murdering that she hasn't used up for paying up debts or anything, to just do like a one-way shuttle off this station. So I don't know if I have to roll for that before I offer it up.
Well, I'm just checking the outcomes to see if it's something that
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense.
Okay.
Just like fabricating pieces of evidence, arranging for somebody to be in the right place at the right time, or stowing away something hidden. So I think those are like a
Okay.
little bit more about immediate responses to the moment of like, I've prepared for this inevitability. Right?
Ooh,
I think
okay.
that's something you could have easily done,
Okay.
Yeah.
and it's just something that happens.
Okay.
It could be that you needed to have somebody in the right place at the right time. Like you paid off some
Yeah.
customs person or like security agent, so like they see that this transport is like carrying people that shouldn't be leaving, but like they're just like going ahead, something like that. If you do want to make the move.
Yeah. Or the move can just be whether does or does not accept this help or believe me. Yeah, I'm good for either. I'm good for it being flashback to preparations or just another.
I think that's just something that's in the wings.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I had it all arranged, so it's just sitting there. I've just kept it there just in case, because with the chaos that goes on this station, I figured one of us might need to get off the station, so might as well just have it sitting there. If you need proof, she like pulls the thing out, but only so you can see, so people aren't just like seeing what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And she pulls out like information about a shuttle with like a little picture of where it's parked.
Yeah, and what do you want for it?
Oh, I mean, I don't really need anything. If it makes you feel like your family's safer, I'd be happy to let you have it. It's not like I need to go anywhere off the station. As messed up as this place is, this is my home, so I don't plan on going anywhere. I'm here to make this place a better place, but I understand that that'll take time.
There's no point in making this place better.
You don't think so? The
Not for
It's interesting. I've seen the worst of what this station has to offer. Literally. Plus, some of the times that worst thing was me. And I've been hired by people who just want to destroy each other and want to backstab and get ahead by just literally destroying people. But I've also been in the junks helping out the Remoras, people who keep chipping away at making this place better even when they don't have anything. There's people like your family who are trying to get by. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of things here that are worth fighting for. I wouldn't have given up a technically very cushy job that I did well for no reason. She's like, I'm gonna assume who made that face, and she's like, it's true. I was very good at it. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
This whole time we've been on that like a little subway car, right? Like
Yeah.
one of those trams.
Yeah.
So I think we've kind of been passing from the junks, and like briefly we get like not only in the background just the grime and the grit of everything, but the tram briefly passes by a porthole, or it has to go out of the inside of the station to get around. So we go out into space for a moment, and we can see just the black and stars, and there's like a nebula nearby, so just like color. And on the other side of the tram, we can, because it kind of goes a little bit out like this, like a semicircle, we can see a bit of the station itself. And on the inside, there are stars as well, the lights of the little residences inside the junks and on the rest of Corazon Station. And I think that's partly interspersed where, like, there's nothing worth saving, right? There's nothing worth saving is inside the station. And we pull out, and there's that moment, and then you don't think so. And so now we're in this part of the conversation is like in that hanging void of space where everything is just still and quiet.
In that part, are we able to see into the station, or is it just that we see the stars side of things?
You see the external, you see the outside, so you see like the lights from people's little apartments and portholes and stuff.
I'll say that when we got out to that part, even though we were facing the side that is out to the stars, Nikhil almost like immediately turns back to behind her so that she's looking into the station.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the way it's framed for sure is that Nikhil's back is to space, and Two's back is to the station.
Oh, good.
So Two is looking out at the distance of everything beyond, and Nikhil is looking at everything inside, but we can see what the other person has framing them.
I'm going to say that Nikhil, once we get into this part, is like, you know, this part of the route has the best view while she's looking in towards the station. But people are always looking the opposite direction for some reason. I know why you're so afraid of everything that's going on, too. That's why I have to stay and make it better so that there's less things for people to be afraid of.
Kevin,
So
you?
people like Kidea
There he is.
gonna make it better for people like my family, for people in the junks.
Hold on 1 second. My volume is a little loud for the music, so I did not hear what you said.
How's you being here and doing what you do best gonna help when you're doing it for people like Hidea and Kiran? And instead of how's it gonna make it better for people like my family who live here, people who work in the stalls in the park, people who work in the guts of the station?
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to figure out. I'm only one person, so I can't necessarily make
Exactly.
everything better, but
It's
But
you're
you
one
can
person,
make
I'm one
the
person.
two
We can
of
only
you
make
better.
our immediate spaces better. Unless you wouldn't be like them and start using people.
no. But I mean, that was what my tell-all interview was about, was to start letting people know you can't fix something that you don't know about.
It wasn't really a tell-all, was it? You seem to leave a lot of important, pertinent details about your friend, Ismail.
Yeah, I didn't leave those details out. I don't really know what happened. I said everything to comment, although I guess there's no way for me to prove that, but
During this exchange specifically, like behind two, like looking towards the station, we see the dish that Guildenstern and Rosencrantz were fucking with the last session.
Yes.
Yeah, and see, you tried to do a good thing, and somebody else used it to their advantage. If it is in fact true that you included all that. Everybody's always getting gunned for something.
yeah, that's true. But that doesn't mean that I don't know, I don't give up on things. Do you know that? Because I haven't given up on us. I don't know, I can't.
On us, what is us? Is us just you being the big hero and coming and saving me all the time?
Were you striking out?
I think it's closer processing feelings.
Yeah.
I don't think he's trying to.
What is yeah.
Yeah, he's like he's more like he's not like trying to make Nikhil hurt. He's like just trying to figure the shit out and talk it out loud.
Yeah. Okay. Audience, who's rooting for 2 right now?
I actually am.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
I gotta give a little thumbs down here. Nikhil was so devoted to you with like the I will wait forever, and Two's just like, I don't know, what's even going on? Come on, Two.
That's a good point, Alex. No, I'm gonna keep the +1
No,
because
you
I
can
think
back if you want.
no, because I think this is like an important. I'm rooting for you because I think this is gonna lead to like you need to get through this. This is a hurdle that will lead you to Nikhil, right? So I am rooting for you.
Because we have fewer people in here, I as the GM can step in and be an audience member, and I'm going to give 2 a +1 because I feel for this, like, you've been pulled by so many people around. You're like, what is this, right? Even in this own relationship, like Nikhil has come around to it, but there's been some rocky moments for sure. So take your +2.
Because 2 doesn't feel like this is a relationship of partners, like equal. It's like there's a dominant and a not dominant person.
And they're not wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a 9.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh, you'd had one more +1.
Wait,
Feel
let me see
the
my conditions
weight.
real quick.
Choose which would you like from the 3 options.
I forget your conditions.
No, I don't have the conditions there.
But is it against, like, technically against me, so you can use the +1 from your
yeah.
suitor?
It is sort of like.
Well,
like
it's bringing,
to deepen
it's
their
trying to strengthen the
relationship.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, take 1 + 1
Mhm.
ongoing when you with your love when you are acting to strengthen the mission. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's
Mhm.
I'd say
I'll
this
give
There
it
it
to
is.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So you
Titanic.
get the thing. You get +1 to follow the action, and you get to set the scene where you follow up on it,
okay.
which is
Um,
perfect. That's a great transition. So which of those 3 do you want?
Okay, so the options are: the audience reveals a crucial event going on outside of you. The audience tells you how you might find love with the partner of their choosing, and the audience tells you how to get blank to blank. I think the clear option is how the audience tells you how you might find love with a partner of their choosing.
Yeah.
Audience.
Audience.
Mm.
So how do I find love with Kidea?
Not Ricky Danger.
No, I take it back. Yes, Ricky forever.
Enemies to lovers.
I'm rooting for you and Nikhil now.
Now.
There was a time, Kevin. There was a time.
And you blew it.
There was a
Kid,
time
I'm
that
get-
Kiran took over.
Was the time, and then I saw Simpro play with his vault.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, but
Terrible.
money is just.
And she has that
And you have so
soundtrack.
little.
You
I
have
mean, I'm gonna tell you what I think, which is,
Mhm.
I think you so clearly, both of you so clearly, are trying to do the right thing
Mhm.
for the right people, right? You want to help the people who are struggling. I think the way that the 2 of your characters find love is to have this moment of like sharing this combined action of taking action, but like clearly delineating like we're doing this together.
Yeah.
It's not I'm following you into danger. It's not I'm dragging you along and keeping you safe or whatever. Like you can try and protect 2 all you want, but Nikhil has to sort of give up that like
Oh,
you're the baby, you're the like you're the little
Yeah.
precious little creature that I must protect.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
the person in distress all the time, and 2 has to like have the chance to get over this like a complex almost, you know,
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
I'm always playing second fiddle. 2 has to like step up to meet that challenge.
I like that one.
I do. I really like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that seems like where the scene is going.
They need
Yeah.
to meet each other instead of
Mm.
demanding.
Exactly, they do it as equals. Yeah.
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 And that will help then like that relationship actually feel like it's a relationship and not just something transactional or like a will they or won't they kind of situation.
Mm.
Okay. So how do we resolve this scene?
Um,
I do not understand this message you said.
Oh, I was about to talk it out anyway. Just because we're talking about Nikhil kind of being like the protective force. I was thinking she could think back to the time that she did what you told her to at the security office of leaving, even though
Oh,
she was the one with all the weapons and the guns and like the training. I don't know how she would bring that up in conversation necessarily, but that she did trust you at a time where there wasn't any particular like proof that he could handle the situation, but she was just like, you said to trust you, so I did.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think like feeding you lines, like if this is the writer's room, like two said to trust you and that you'd see each other on the other side. You did, and then you did see each other on the other
Yeah.
side.
Because you don't have to say anything. You could say like, you could like reach a hand out, right?
Yeah.
And while you're holding hands, you're like, remember. And we flash back because this is a TV show.
Yeah.
We cut back to that scene of you trusting two in the middle of the worst possible danger to get through things.
Yeah.
And we flash back after we've seen that kind of implication to the
Yeah.
two of you like locked eyes.
You asked me to trust you that day at the station. I almost didn't go because it seemed ridiculous. I know what I'm doing. There were who knows how many people trying to break down that door. But you asked me to trust you, and I do. And I'll always trust you. I'll trust you in this too, if you want. You know, I don't need to be the one that's always in charge. You were right that day. You said we'd see each other, and we did. And you've been right about a lot of things. I know that I treat you like someone to take care of a lot, but obviously you have something in you to change this place too, with or without me. Although I would like it better if we worked together, obviously.
I think when you say like together, like that's specifically like we get to focus on their hands together, and like two like squeezes your hand a little harder, firmer.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that forever is where the scene transitions. We're going to pick up where you set the scene for following up on this information, which I think is great.
Mhm.
Do you have any? Both of you have conditions marked, right?
Yes.
I don't remember if I do.
I don't think you do anymore. You were vicious, and then you weren't.
I am driven though.
You're driven.
I picked up driven from.
I think you're
the-
still driven.
Yeah, which
Uh,
makes sense.
But I think two can clear a condition.
If
For that.
I triggered the intimacy, clear condition. If they triggered the intimacy, they clear condition. I'm not too sure who initiated here.
Oh no. So that's like if you switch lovers between the two people, that's when that
Mhm.
move triggers. I'm saying I
Right.
think that moment of like just honesty with each other for once,
Right.
I think
Yeah.
lets you clear a condition just as like GM fiat.
Awesome.
Yes. So with that in mind, we are going to go into some whole bunch of banana stuff after this. But we are going to take a break. JR is back with us, so we're going to get him in here. So we're going to take a couple minutes to stretch, get some water, and get the cameras all set up. And when we come back, more Corazon Station, more drama, and a wedding, which will probably be perfectly fine. and
Go
have-
great.
It will go exactly as planned with lots of
Yeah.
cats.
Karen
see
is
y'all
gonna
very soon.
have her cake and eat it too.
Also, you get cake, but okay.
Don't.
Kieran said, "Let them eat cake." Alrighty.
Fake
Oh my God.
if
Too
true.
bad.
That's all I have to say.
Can't
I'll be
keep
right back.
Doing that. Welcome back, everybody. We are here once again. The party's all assembled now. JR is back in the mix. He's hyped up. He's fired up. He's ready to go. And we're gonna pick things up where we left them off. Right before we took our break. 2 processed feelings and gets to, as per the move, set the scene where you follow up on that information that you gained immediately. So the information you gained was being able to how to find love with Nikhil,
Yeah.
And like this kind of equitable relationship and stuff. So where do we find you?
I think the way that two is going to find love with Nikhil is like they're going to be partners in this. They're going to be working together and not like sort of neither has leverage over one the other in any sort of way. And what we see is like they get to the address where Ricky Ricky Danger had led them, but like it's just a quick scene of them like going through and like they see that Alberto's not there, and like Alberto has like sort of we see Alberto has plans of Casa de Oro, like sort of floor plans, and like we deduce through our masterful sense of intuition that Alberto must be at Casa de Oro right now. So that is where we're headed to go find Alberto, who's maybe is involved in this heist too.
So this is, to be clear, the day of the wedding?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So it's the day of the wedding. You get there, and we should see a moment of the two of you kind of cementing that briefly, I think, before we transition out of it.
Yeah.
So how do we see that the two of you are in this more active, collaborative role?
I feel like if Nikhil had like a bunch of her weapons and stuff, she just like in like a Men in Black moment just like pulled them out and was like, okay. You like
Yeah,
what
the
do
two
you
of are
want?
armed.
We get the suit up scene, but we're both getting dressed for a wedding and also being armed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay. So we're doing kind of a two-part thing where like the first part is that you get to the warehouse. It's of course it's a warehouse in the junks, and among the stuff there's like a conspiracy board. In contrast to all the hollow stuff, it's like only hard information for this. Can't risk it getting out on the HoloNet. And like string and scraps and crude drawings and little printouts of all the people involved, and like Ismael is circled in a big red pen, and then there's like security footage of the vault at Casa de Oro and a picture of the cube that's taped up on top of the vault. It's like get the box, and then newspaper clippings, quote unquote. They're printouts of the news feed that everyone gets on their holos.
Yeah.
Of the wedding and stuff, so like it's clear that Alberto's going to be there. So then we cut to the two of you at Nikhil's place.
Yeah. I think
Yeah. She's just like opened up all of her stuff and she's like, all right. Like, you know,
We open
take
the
whatever.
closet, we see her clothes, and then we open up the closet again behind that, and then we see all your hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it's like a walk-in closet or whatnot, and then when you push the button, all the dresses and like suits and stuff spin around, and there's just gun racks.
Yeah.
But also like maybe like a bow tie, like there's accessories kind of intermingled in each.
Yeah. I think there's like other things besides just killing weapons. Like there's like
You tell us. That's what I'm
Yeah.
imagining.
This is your
You
set.
tell us what your
Yeah.
apartment's like.
I think she has those, but she also has like more like almost like a Spy Kids kind of setup where it's also just like
Yeah.
other little things like little camera set, like tiny little cameras that you can like put in places. There's just like non-lethal things, like things that'll shoot out like a net to capture someone, or yeah, so there's just like a bunch of things, and everything is labeled, so she's just like, all right, well, I don't really know what you favor, so you could just take whatever you want.
Well, do you have any suggestions? I don't know. I don't like two's trying
Two
to be
is
like
so clearly out of their element.
yeah,
Yeah,
like on the
Nikhil
middle
is
level, like trying to get you two, trying to get the two to like actually cooperate.
yeah. She's like, yeah, sure, and I think she just like shows to like how different things work, not like firing things off, but just being like, well, this is more of like a close combat thing. She's like, maybe you would like this, like maybe things that I'm assuming like there was maybe more, I don't know if you would favor more like guns and things, or just like things where he could do close combat. She pulls out like brass knuckles and stuff.
The shit.
Yeah, what is Two armed with that clearly showcases Two's personality?
Yeah. Was that
And
it?
how do you weaponize wet noodles?
Oh, God
You also
damn.
missed that we flash back to when Ismail kicked Two's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already done that once.
Maybe it's like a monofilament flail.
Yeah. You can see the Takis are in the background, but I didn't think Shiro was going to be bringing the heat.
Oh my god! We all got a chance today. We can't let JR miss out on that.
We've only got one more episode left to drag on Two.
Yeah, after that, Kevin's gonna play a competent character.
Oh no!
We're gonna play the serial killer, and you're all gonna be the victims.
I take back everything I just said.
Tune in next season when we play the Alien RPG, and I play the Alien.
It's gonna be Aliens Resurrection, so you know.
You know.
He's in the vents. I saw him vent.
I think Two grabs like a pair of stun gloves. Is what he gets. Goes for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice.
And then he'll grab like a bunch of surveillance stuff, like small like micro cameras, like you mentioned, sort of microphones.
Yeah, I think she also has things like that would scramble, like electric equipment that she maybe
Yeah,
uses.
you've got all kinds of ridiculous
Stuff to get like
Spy
past
gadgets and stuff.
security doors.
Yeah. And then she pulls
And
out
those stun
that.
gloves are also like they look like they belong with your suit because they're like
Yeah.
nice, smooth leather
Mhm.
with like little cabochons on the knuckles that conduct electricity through the palm.
Exactly.
Sorry, Ru, go ahead.
What was I saying? Oh, she also pulls out that little statue or whatever that Kidea gave. With the fucking amnesia.
Oh, with the amnesia darts.
Darts!
Uh,
Never forget.
God.
and she just like pulls it out. I don't know if she. I think she did show you.
No,
That-
yeah,
yeah.
at the security station.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
She's
That's how
like,
we found out that Kidea amnesia darted Kiran.
Yep.
and then Nikhil found out that Kieran asked, which is she's like, what the fuck is wrong with everyone here? This is why I have to stay on the station. Do you see what happens?
These two chuckle fucks keep using each other for alibis.
Jesus Christ.
She's like, this might come in handy. She's like, kind of holds it out to Thu if he wants to grab it. Otherwise, she's just gonna pocket it.
Gonna bring the darts or the whole statue? I don't.
Yeah.
Appropriate wedding gift. Yeah,
Uh,
to what? It was a binary question.
Jesus
When you're like wedding gift, she's like, oh, we should bring a wedding gift. She's just like starting to look around, trying to see if there's something that she can use as a wedding gift.
What do you get a political despot who has everything they already want?
They'd like a phased plasma rifle in the 40 megawatt range.
But if we're talking political despots, I mean, you get me, you get me Corazon Station. What's the little platter?
That's what you can't believe you don't know what to get, Kieran.
I know what I'm getting, Kieran.
I know what I'm getting, Kieran.
Nikhil is busy.
We've had a few moments of these like preps, and kind of we're seeing a little bit of more of this like attitude shift between the two of you. What's our little capstone as we jump into the wedding on this whole exchange?
Oh.
Cool.
I'm thinking.
Kiss,
Oh.
kiss, kiss.
I was gonna say that Nikhil is like, you look very handsome this way. Like after you're all like
Strapped up.
Yeah, we have. Well, it's Ma Dong Seok, right? Is the pronunciation?
Yeah.
So it's this guy, this like big beefsteak of an
Just like a
individual.
beef sandwich of a person.
Right.
This
In,
beef
like-
sandwich who inhales chicken wings.
In an immaculate suit,
Yeah.
like a tuxedo, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
like look
It's
like
John.
you look like James Bond, right? Like
Yeah.
from pan up, those patent leather shoes, the suit perfectly trimmed at the right angles, at the right length, the pleats, no pleats, right? The cut flatters your figure incredibly. The vest, the jacket fits your shoulders. You've got like a shoulder holster, probably the
Mhm.
gloves that you've been like tugging on with like a little spark kind of zapping between the fingers.
Mhm.
Nice.
You've been shaven.
Yeah.
And like it's the camera is drinking you
You've been
in.
shaven.
Well, I mean, you smile
Half
shaved.
shoved.
Yes, no,
True,
it
at
makes
one point.
sense.
I
You've been
just,
tied down and shorn like a sheep.
Oh my god.
No, but like the camera is drinking you in with its eyes, you know, and we see like, how like cleaned up you are for the first time in like forever.
Yeah. And like maybe Nikhil is like sort of like adjusting his lapels.
mm.
And then and to sort of is like casting his eyes around the closet and like picks out a handbag to match Nikhil's dress.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh. Nice.
Cute.
This is so cute.
Yeah, and she like just I don't know. I think she like maybe one of the things that you took is like kind of poking out of the jacket, and she's just like tucking it back in. She's like, there. Gosh, you look very good like this. We have something to do right now. She like
I think Two's gonna hold for a moment and like kind of pull Nikhil in close. And sort of say shoot, what was that event? What was the event that we all got dressed up for? The ball?
oh, the gala.
Yeah, the
The
gala.
gala.
The
Gala.
gala.
You know we never got to dance at the gala.
Yeah, that's right. There was so much else going on. You did look incredible at the gala.
Thank you. You did as well. Two's not gonna mention like the fact that you disappeared to go murder
Yeah.
the audience might think.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe there's like a little flashback moment where Nikhil's like threatening those people. She's like, I'm not gonna talk about that.
And I think Two is gonna go in for the kiss in this moment, if that is okay with you, Rue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that moment, as the two of you move in and share this moment of intimacy, I think is where the scene fades and picks up like the I think it's going to be the camera is focusing on the two of you in the midst of like the weaponry and the clothing and everything embracing, and the camera moves down through the floor. And when it comes down the other end, we're moving through the ceiling into somewhere in Casa de Oro. Where do you want to show us what Ismail is up to right now, or do you want to have like a big dramatic entrance?
Oh my
JR?
god, what do you think?
Both.
Yeah, I got a big dramatic entrance. But if you want to see what Ismail is up to, it's the wedding, right? Like the wedding
Right,
is
we're
happening.
at the wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's
Or it's
like
right before it, I guess. It's like, oh, it's about time. Everyone's showing up, kind of thing.
he is sitting like where someone like he displaced someone in Kieran's seating chart.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like he's there in like just at this amazing like stylishly it's like a gaucho look, but imagine like gaucho through Mexico City's Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I in fact have a picture that I'm gonna link in the chat. if
Oh
you
my
guys
god,
want.
is that what it
Please.
is? Is that fucking
That's
picture?
that thing.
Oh.
Oh, where's the chat now? Heels and all. It's this
Oh.
mess.
Yeah.
Oh my
Played
God.
by Daniela Villa.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
bitch.
like
Ah.
like that.
You could kill a man with that hat.
Funny you should say
I think
so.
I think that's the plan.
Good.
And he will.
Oh my
Goddamn Mortal
God.
Kombat character.
Kung Lao.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God.
Damn.
Yeah, so we see Ismael seated,
Mhm.
immaculate, flawless, surrounded by opulence, and all of the other like guests drifting and mingling and tittering and all that.
And you look like Ismail, right? Like, you're not really in disguise. You're just beautiful. You're just like
Yeah,
dressed.
no.
up,
Why
right? Okay.
why would I be in disguise?
I'm just wondering.
Is this the height of Trilaxian fashion, or is this like Corazon style?
No, this is Corazon style.
Yeah, okay. So it's a noted difference too. 'Cause
Yeah, no,
Ismael is usually in that Trilaxian.
Trilax has a lot more of that like old school colonial look.
Mm-hmm.
Like that oh, Santa Anna really loved Napoleon, didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he? Wow.
Oh my God.
The Casa de Oro, the biggest and brightest and ritziest casino slash alien cat racetrack slash bar and
Hotel.
general house of
I
ill
guess?
repute. Yeah, it's this tower, this view spiral, right? So
Yeah.
we've seen the outer view of it, towering over the rest of the luxury district of Infinite Heaven. It is early evening, so the sun is going down, but there's the engineers have tailored the artificial sky so that it's hanging at perpetual sunset, so the sun is like just over, the holographic sun is floating over halfway over the buildings, in like that perfect movie shot. Inside it's the spring, right? So it's kind of the thick rich vegetation of just flowers everywhere on top of gold and silver inside. There is a low rumble on the sky
Oh my God.
inside Casa de Oro, and then there's a holographic rain that starts to fall that pings everybody's ARs if they have them adjusted so that they feel like they're getting wet but they're not.
Yeah.
And emerging from a side door is Sin Problemas, who
Yeah.
is not being rained on in this perfect sphere.
Mhm.
And just looks completely resplendent, but not as resplendent as whatever Kiron looks like. I think she's got just like a very powerful white suit,
Mhm.
perfect lines, like very bodycon, 3-piece, immaculate, hair bone straight. Her black hair is just like perfectly straight, and just perfectly chiseled makeup.
Oh God, everybody's gonna object when the person asks if anyone has.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, fuck.
When
Oh,
there is a musical sting.
Oh yeah, I think Karen has planned her entrance, because I think like there is like this long carpet, right, that kind of leads. There's the long like hall, whatever it's called, the line,
Mm-hmm.
to like a door, and I think like the door cracks open and like everybody turns around and just like rays of sunlight burst out of the doorway, and Kieran starts like walking out, and she's got this incredibly long, like flowing and draping dress that is like snowy white, and it. Okay, wait, it's got a few stages. 1 second. So as she's walking, right? The rain around her kind of the rain isn't also hitting her either. But as she walks down, she wanted a spring wedding, right?
Right.
So this like snowy, like this like pure snow white dress starts to melt away as roots grow out from her and like a tree blossoms as she walks down the aisle. And like, and of course she would do this. She has like this big fuck off halo, like kind of emerges, like it's like a sun, like a sunrise as the trees blossom and bloom.
We had night fell inside the room, and you're the sun coming in.
Little flights of the winged cats are dropping flower petals in your path.
Exactly.
I forgot about the winged cats. Yeah,
The
there's these
fucking
little
winged-
winged cats with butterfly wings that are like
Yeah.
dropping rose petals everywhere.
I think I think some of the cats perch on my fucking dress,
Yes,
like they perch on a
amazing.
tree as they kind of like deal with this. And then as I step up, I guess to the altar, every step I take, like leaves and branches like fall off until eventually I reach the altar and I'm in probably one of the most like simple, what's the term I'm looking for? It's
Understated?
It's like just like a normal gown. I mean, it's, you know, like it's like extravagant and it's
But it's just a simple design.
it's just a simple design. Like it's not
Simple
like
silhouette.
it's not like hologrammed. There's not all this stuff. It's just like
But
it's like
the
oh, she's
simplicity that
it's-
makes
yeah.
the statement.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
That's it. It's like she shed all of
Elegant.
this stuff. Elegant is
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
You don't need all these frills, just like a perfectly trimmed,
Yeah.
perfectly complementing your body type
Mhm.
dress that accentuates like your cybernetics and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very important question for this particular scene. Who else is in the room?
I've invited everybody.
Right. So Ismail's here. Kidea's here off to the side, I assume.
Yeah.
Did Kidea get dressed up?
Oh yeah, sure. She's wearing like she has like a hollow projected thing that looks like a rainbowy, like pink and purple sort of wireframe of her own body, but it's just like a couple inches bigger. So she just has she's going around in a hologram of a slightly bigger her.
Oh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
And it's like tracking her movements and stuff.
Yeah. Who else showed up?
Are Tu and Nikhil here right now, like in the back of the room?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like hiding in the crowd, one assumes, like looking
Yeah.
for Alberto. Yeah. Okay,
Oh wait. Oh fuck.
so
I completely forgot about this. We don't need to do this, but in my brain I
Forgot
was
you
like,
didn't invite two and didn't want him.
no, I was thinking I was gonna ask Tu to be
You-
my best man or whatever.
Flashback to
Fuck,
when you
yes.
asked.
You could, yeah.
When you ask it,
You
Tu
made
said
preparation
no.
for this
Tu
wedding.
said no. Oh my god, maybe we do meet eyes. Wait, actually. Hold the fucking phone. We meet eyes, right?
Sure.
In this crowd, and you're somewhere in the back, right?
Sure.
And then it flashes back to we're in Alma Central. It's been so long since we've been in this fucking park.
right.
Yes.
And I'm like, Tu, I
You
know
know.
things I know things between us are very strange. But I need you now. I want you to be my best man. I want you by my side. Okay? That's it. Wait, I think like you literally catch Kieran off guard.
At a
Like,
middle level, do you want to say no? At a middle
no.
level. Okay.
But I think it's maybe more interesting that you're not my best man right now. Like you're somewhere else. Like something happened.
Mhm.
So I just like that. Like, oh, actually, wait. Sorry.
Can I stop holding the phone?
Oh my god.
No, keep it there. I want you to be my best. I need you to be a part of some stuff. But I need you to know something. Things are going to change after my wedding. And I know I'm going to be married. It's going to be weird, but I mean a lot of things are going to change. Corazon Station is about to enter a new era. All right?
Okay.
And I like take your hands and I'm like, and I know things have been weird and difficult between us, but I'll take care of you. Okay? If everything goes right, I'll take care of you. And I'll take care of your family. They'll be fine. I just want you there next to me.
You feel that in the air? The irony of you saying this, just like everybody else says this on this fucking station.
Oh my god.
Everybody thinks they're the fucking hero of the story. Everybody thinks they're gonna change everything for the better.
Oh my god. This is great. This is fucking great.
Feels like the fucking number of times I've heard this shit.
Oh my god. I think we're at the fucking food stall. Like this mirrors the first scene of this
Yeah.
of this scene of the
Fucking
Yeah.
show.
Smell showed up
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
dressed down too.
But like, you know, it's like two's all to Karen, like, I'll take care of you, you'll be fine. And now Karen's all like, I'll take care of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kieran, can't you just be happy? Just with, I don't know. Do you love? What the fuck is their name? Their name is not Super Problemos. That is not what their
Love
fucking name.
Well,
is.
I'm not I can't tell you.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking burst out laughing at the ridiculousness of this state.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
I'm not calling them that. In reference to this. Do you love them? Or is
well,
this just like another scheme?
I just want you to be in the safest place that you can be. There. I don't want to tell you anything. It'll
You love them.
complicate it. Does it matter now anymore?
Yes.
Then no, I don't. I don't. But I'm marrying him anyway. I think Karen gets like defensive. Let's go of your hands. And you know what? I tried to do you a favor here.
I just need you to be honest with me. I'll be there.
I hope you'll be there. And you know what? And I think I like hand you an invitation. There's a +1. You should take the person that you're in love with. Figure that out.
I believe you're just not gonna invite Nikhil. Your friend.
Kitten also invites Nick.
Also, like I sent you a text. I'm all like, by the way, I did like a whole thing with 2.
Yeah, you gotta give me the family invite.
Symbolic.
I'm like, I'm not really invited unless you call me on the phone. You know this.
Oh my god, yeah.
Huron, how did that whole interaction make you feel? At
Oh,
the time.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark a condition.
Oh yeah, let's do
Oh.
it. Give me those conditions. Oh,
It's
man.
fun. He's there to
Manny.
support you and stuff, but like he just wants you to shoot straight for once.
I know, and that doesn't make her feel good. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's like,
right.
yeah. I'm gonna say cornered.
Mm.
Or cornered or hopeless.
Are those options for you?
Yeah.
For the Beeza?
Yeah,
You're looking
that's
at my
what they've
sheet?
been.
Mhm.
No, I'm on
No,
the base.
your box is on my sheet, dude.
What?
You have
Have I-
obsessed, zealous, lustful, and raging.
You're looking
I
at
know.
El Blado right now. I can
No,
see you
I'm
on
looking-
the sheet.
No, I'm on La Baeza. I've been playing with obsessed, zealous, cornered, and hopeless.
Yeah, those
Have I
are
been playing
those
with
are
the wrong?
Nope. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Pleyado has lovelorn, introspective, cornered, and hopeless. La Belleza has obsessed, zealous, cornered, and hopeless.
Oh, okay.
Unless
Okay.
someone messed up the character keeper.
No, that can't be.
So, since
right.
that's impossible.
Yeah.
Well, it's possible because there have been several editions of the quick start as well that have come out,
Mm.
and I don't think the file name has changed necessarily each time. That's like, oh hey, this is the February update. This is the November
Okay.
update. So it's possible that one of us is looking at an outdated thing. So I'm gonna assume you have whatever you have.
Yeah.
And we'll call it a day.
All right. I'll go with I'll go with hopeless
Okay.
because
Oh,
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh
makes sense.
damn, fuck.
That's your love.
Yeah. I'm like, listen, I get it. Maybe this could have been.
Yeah. It could be, yeah. But it is not. And we know that it is not because you're here right now. So like you get to the front of the room, right? Where
Yeah.
everyone's sitting and watching you. It's the classic wedding setup of like the rows of chairs in the garden that has been built inside the banquet hall of this giant space casino. It's an outdoor wedding inside. And you get up to the front and you look back and there's two at the far room and you've locked eyes and we have this whole flashback between the two of you. And, you know, maybe there's a single tear or something that's welling up in Kieran's eyes. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But we get a sense of your emotional state there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I wanted with that flashback. Was more like,
Yeah.
something's wrong. This isn't what she wanted. Everything's like it's like the audience and people here think it's all perfect, but
Right. But it's not. All of which is to say that you've triggered big entrance.
yes, I had.
When you enter a room ready to make a scene, roll +1 for each person in the room that you've been intimate with.
Everyone. Do I just get the +3? Or...
you just get a plus like 25, right? People in this
The
room.
maximum is up to +4. You are the center of attention. So
I am the center, so I just get that +4. When
Yeah.
everyone's in the room, I win.
Mhm.
I love it. All right, so let me. Well, for real. Okay, so 2, Kieran.
Yep.
Not Kieran. Kieran's me. 2, Ismael.
You've never been intimate with me.
With myself. Oh.
Well, it's a different stream, I think.
Sin problemas. And I'm the center of attention. Perfect. There's the. Ooh. That is 8 + 4. Okay, 12.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So, on a hit, anyone that you've been intimate with is surprised, frightened, or confused. On a 10+, you've seized control of the room, as you should. Take +1 ongoing as long as you keep acting and don't let anyone stand in your way.
Nice. Good. Nice.
So you are setting the pace of this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. here
Even
for it.
the droid that putters up to perform the service is like a little cowed, right? So Sim Problemas, obviously, like her breath is taken away. I think we get
Yeah.
shots of everyone who like watches you come in that is like, whoa, you have command of the room. Everyone is looking at you. Everything is silent, completely silent. And the droid is like a little ball that projects a holographic priest of some kind of
Yes.
generic space faith that is very unclear.
Dearly beloved.
Right.
No, we splurged for the one that doesn't have robo voice.
Yeah. It's the guest star for this episode. Like they paid out the ass.
Oh, okay,
For-
so they
for the
got
celebrity who
we
came
got.
in. But
Yeah,
they weren't
this is
sure who
Edward
it was
James
going to
Olmos.
be.
This is James
Yeah.
Olmos.
They didn't know until the very end, so they did the like
Dearly
CNN
beloved.
blue hologram thing. So they've green screened him in. Yeah, it's Edward James. It's got to be Edward James Olmos.
Yeah.
Who is like going through the preamble, like, dear, I can't even do a good Edward James Olmos.
Get it.
Good. We're gathered here today, dearly beloved.
He speaks in city speak just for me.
Corazon station's all analog. No networks here.
Oh, never.
Fracking toasters.
we all
Edward
think of a
James
different
Olmos.
role
Witness
of
the
Edward James
union.
Olmos.
Just all of
Between
them.
these two incredible, beautiful people, etc., right? There's
Yeah.
the whole monologue, and we see your various emotions. And of course, he finally gets to the most important line in any wedding that usually doesn't have anything happen, but we all want it. If anyone gathered here knows the reason why these two people should not be wed or be kept apart, speak now, or forever hold your peace.
And then Ismail lets like that moment hang.
Yeah.
And then right when you're pretty sure like, oh, no one's gonna say anything. I believe I have a reason. And Ismail stands up. I'm sorry, but there's absolutely no way this union can be at all valid. After all, it's just an excuse for Kirin to rob you.
Ooh! That is revealing a shocking truth about another PC.
Yes,
Yes,
but here's the thing: the shocking truth is, I'd like to reveal something about me, and that it's not. Well, let me roll, and then I'll reveal a truth.
Yeah. So mark a condition
All right,
and roll plus the number of conditions you have marked.
all right. I will mark a condition. I am marking. Da-da-da-da. Ooh, what's a good one? I'm gonna mark.
Hopeless or cornered.
No, I don't have those. I have raging, lustful, and dogged. I guess
Yeah.
dogged is probably the best. No, I'm
Dogged.
raging.
Yeah.
I'm
You're-
raging.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Angry Ismail. So that's +3 to your roll, right?
Yes, and let me roll real quick. Give me those. Yeah, that's a 15.
Oh
Okay,
my
the
god.
news is staggering. Before acting against you, this is interesting. Before acting against you, Kiran must act with desperation.
Oh, good.
You get two options from the list. You have unequivocal evidence this is true. The shocking truth gives you rightful claim to something they value. I don't know if that's particularly
Yes, no, that's what I'm doing.
Oh,
So
that's what you want. Yeah.
that's what I want. The unequivocal evidence I have that this is true is the fact that Prince Ismail is just a robot that's had Prince Ismail AR projected on him.
What?
And the shocking truth that gives me a rightful claim is that Prince Ismail is in the vault right now,
Yes!
seizing the cube.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah. So the
That's
droid the droid stands up and it recites the lines, right? And then the hologram disappears from everything. I think the clothing is not there. It's just like a generic it
Mhm.
looks like a stickfa, you know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
these action figures that they're like
Oh,
ball and
yes.
socket action figures that are just colored plastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So it's just like a gray droid with like a battle droid, but with less personality
Uh-huh.
and no discernible features. Like a rigging model.
Yeah, yeah.
And the AR drops, but the projection is still like coming out of its chest or something that has the footage of Ismail.
Yeah,
currently
yeah.
in the
I'm like
vault.
holographic
God.
Robo Ismail mannequin is projecting the scene for everyone to
Right.
see.
What do you do?
Hmm.
If I can interject for a moment, if
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
Kira looks over at two,
Yeah.
two's kind of like smiling on the stupid smile on his face.
I think Karen is like, and then like glances at you and sees that, and then just goes, "Dear, please, why are you here? I had nothing to do with this. You know
Oh,
me."
please, Kiran. Without your help, Kidea and I never could have had the inside information we needed. After all, you're the one that is backing this whole heist.
Yeah, it just mutters to like, gotta say my name out loud? Okay.
You wanted me to prove unequivocally that we are allied.
Oh, shit.
And I think to kind of display this, like Ismail kind of pans the hollow camera over where like some of Kidea's genetically engineered cats are, which is the fulfilling condition for your advice, Ladonia.
Yeah.
So I get to clear a condition. I'm gonna clear raging.
What?
Amazing! You immediately felt better.
And that allows me to activate Pot of Greed, which lets me draw 2 cards and put them into my hand.
I then play Sir Cornelius Cheesington.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
I have 3 cows of dairy.
I think
Go on.
I think like as like the camera pans, I want to shoot the droid.
Okay.
Like I pull out a gun and I just shoot it. I don't know if I destroy it, but I think like Karen is spiraling. Is like
I think you just blow it up.
I just
Sure.
blow it up. I'm like, I can't believe he's trying to ruin it. This is a ruse. He sent this to us. You know our relationship. Everyone here knows the poor, disgraced prince. I'm sorry. He's not even a prince anymore. He's just Ismael.
Yeah.
Forgettable. Unfortunate. Trying to steal my day.
Yep. This is acting with desperation. for
Yes,
sure.
it is.
The situation you want to
Yep.
avoid, I think, is having your wedding ruined.
Yeah.
Or like having Ismail become the center of attention, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Roll, are you doing this for love?
Wait, hold up. Act of desperation. Am I doing this for love? No, because we just established that I'm not
Just
actually in love
established.
with
You're not
her.
actually in
Hang on,
love
wait,
with
wait,
her,
wait.
right?
But
Are you doing this for vengeance?
Are you doing this for the love of power?
I am doing this for the love of power.
That's
And the
vengeance.
That is vengeance.
Love it.
That's what. Am I doing this for
Yeah.
vengeance? Yes,
you
I
get your,
am.
you get your +1 for being the center of attention.
Okay, cool. Do I get a +1 for
big
fucking
entrance.
big entrance? Because
Yes.
I am like, it's me. I'm making a whole deal out of this
Right,
shit.
you're still holding on to everything.
Okay, all right.
And then any conditions you have. So you're currently sitting at +3 before conditions.
What the fuck are my conditions? Act of
Oh.
desperation. -2 to act desperately.
Oh no.
Hey, that's
Okay.
still a +1.
It's still a
Yeah,
+1.
Yeah.
Survey
God, I
says,
You got this.
I kind of hope not. Let's see what happens. That is 5, 7, 8. Okay.
okay.
I almost couldn't count for a second.
I will offer you a worse outcome or an ugly choice.
Okay, yeah.
You can keep command of the situation, but everyone will look at you like you are just like out of it. Like they will see that you're like everything is falling apart. So you can have your audience and they will look at you with disdain, but you'll have the attention that you so desperately crave. Or you can lose them,
Mm-hmm.
but free it up.
Oh, I need Karen to spiral out of this.
Yeah.
So she keeps the attention.
Yeah.
I
So
want to
they-
know.
Go ahead.
I want to know like how is Sin Problemos like reacting to this?
Furious.
Okay.
Completely furious. Like white knuckle clutching.
Yeah.
She's got a bouquet. So she's crushed the stems of the roses that are
Hell
in her
yeah.
hands. They're
Hell
white
yeah.
roses, right? And so the stems have just snapped. And I think there were thorns on there too.
Oh,
'cause she's
Mhm. Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
her
There
white
has to be.
gloves. So there's the blood is seeping from the stems onto the white roses as she's holding them, and she's got a mic in her sleeve that she's reaching like, get me security, everyone on level 6. Do you hear me?
And I would like,
Everyone.
at that
Gary
point,
Oldman.
I would like to flash back to a time that I made preparations.
Okay.
Let's do this.
What are your preparations?
So in Kiran's apartment,
Mhm.
gathered around what is it? Gathered around smoky tables, poring over maps and documentations. The plan is hammered out.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. It's Kiran, Kidea, and I'm pretty. Who else would be in on this heist? I'm pretty sure everyone. Nikhil too. We're going over the plan for like breaking into the vault while Sin Problemas is distracted with the wedding. But what we don't, what no one else realizes is that Prince Ismail has a little camera. It's recording everything and broadcasting it to the Remoras, who carry out everything. 45 minutes beforehand, right?
Uh-huh. Why would I tell you this if you had any chance of stopping me?
And so my preparations were an army of Remoras to carry out the heist instead, neutralizing the guards.
Great. So like you're there
Yeah.
as a show more than anything else. They're gonna show up and there's gonna be an empty vault. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you did Ocean's 11 this.
Did you have plenty of time to do it?
Literally, Ocean's
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think so.
You had people looking out for trouble.
Definitely.
You're
Mm.
seizing control of the
Seizing this
situation.
control. I'm seizing this situation.
+3, baby.
Let's do it. That's a 10?
You do it.
Oh my god.
Sounds like you arranged for somebody to be in the right place at the right time,
Yeah.
or stowed away something hidden.
I arranged for me to be at the right place in the right time,
Yeah,
I think.
you're there
I'm there.
instead of the
Ins-
people that they
Exactly.
needed, right.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we've got the flashback to planning the heist. If everyone's in on it, right? Like
Yeah.
it's everything's all been for show. Even
I
these
mean, wait.
public fights almost.
I mean, is
unless you weren't in on certain parts of it.
Would two, like, I guess, like, because Nikhil, two would not be happy about this, right? Well, unless that was what our fight was about, where it's like, this isn't just about the heist, is it? Like, you're also actually in love with her or something?
Ooh,
Right.
Mm.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking.
You know, I think you made a convincing argument with like you can protect my family. So,
Yeah.
sure. Two will be involved.
Real quick,
Okay.
I only got a 9, so I think I have to mark a condition, but I still do it, right?
Yes, on a 7 to 9 market condition, or I will give you a worse
Now it's dogged.
outcome. There you go. There you go. Welcome, Spencer the Gamer. Thank you with your two friends.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yay.
get in here.
Heck yeah. More the merrier.
Best raid
Yes.
ever.
Heck yeah. So we flash back to seeing this planning of the heist, the Remoras, the treasure hunters on the space station go in. It's surgical, right? They breach the door, but with no signs of intrusion, right? They do the like laser cutter thing. They get in, they grab the stuff, they get out, and so we jump cut into the vault itself, and there's Ismael among opulence, but the cube is already gone, right? The puzzle box that everyone's been hunting for is not there because it's already been taken away.
Yeah.
So you can see there's camera shots of like guards tromping down hallways, but they're closing in on nothing. And Sin Problemas like takes one of those roses and affixes it to Curon's dress.
Uh-huh.
It's one of the bloody ones, so
Oh.
her blood has
Oh.
passed onto the petals. And
Yeah.
it's like smearing part of your wedding dress as she affixes it to you.
Yeah.
And she like holds you close with her bloody hand through
Oh
the
my
glove.
God.
I'm sorry, my love. I want everything to be perfect, and I must see to it that our day is not ruined.
I think Karen is still stunned and is like,
Yeah.
yeah, do and I think like she gets like you see her kind of like get angry and she's like, do everything you can to bring that man to me on his knees.
For you, my love, you will have his head. on a
Well,
platter of gold.
Ooh.
People of Corazon Station. For too long, the Espadon Empire, the Tesoros combined the opulence of infinite heaven, of sin problemas, of the dream cartels, of people who have ground your lives and turned them into fuel for their rise to power. For too long, they have yoked you to this station, to Corazon Station, which should be the heart of this galaxy. They have taken it from you. I will do the one thing that everyone should have done, no one else is willing to do. I give it to you. As of now, the Remoras have the cube. They are taking it to the heart of your station. I urge you to join them and claim it for yourselves.
Amazing. And we see while this is going on, Kidea has just been tapping with a couple of her fingers on like the underside of one of her arms, and we can see like little dots are sort of lighting up as she's doing this. And then we are going to cut over to the preparations that I have been making.
Yes.
So I'm gonna roll. This is my plan to assassinate the Espadon Empire guys. So I think this is something that I have been planning for a while and have had people looking out for.
Yep.
And I'm keeping my hands clean.
Your hands are
finally.
clean.
Yep.
So clean.
You laundered these assassination plans.
Yes. So I'm gonna roll with my. Oh, come on, die thing. Where you go? There you are. Do.
And while you roll, like I imagine that was like broadcast on all the like billboards and stuff, because you know Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, they mess with that comm station, and as far as I know, no one else has gone to mess with it.
Yeah.
So
You
still
have
out
like
there,
a little microphone that goes. It's patched into the whole security.
So that's like a 14.
Holy
so
smokes!
Oh my god.
As we will recall,
You do
Kidea
it.
has spent a couple episodes working on some sort of new special type of cat, right?
Oh.
Yes.
So we see, watching this display, there's an Espadon Empire, like some sort of like, sergeant or something. He's got like cool shiny epaulets on, and he's like, yelling into a wrist communicator and like pointing, and Espadon grunts are like running around through the halls trying to get ahead of whatever's going on. And then the camera cuts to look behind him, and we see just like a very blank, featureless section of the space station wall. And then suddenly a long, like, rectangular piece of it just sort of peels itself off. This long, flat piece of wall. And we just see silently unfolding, like an origami sculpture, this long, like, white shape that is sort of folding itself up, and, like, legs are, like, coming out of it, these, like, thin, bladedy legs. Because what Kidea has done is she has merged her own DNA with the cat DNA, so they are an animal-plant hybrid that is not showing up on anybody's sensors, and they have, like, camouflage where they can just blend into the wall.
Oh my god!
So this, like, 20-foot-long, super flat, like, mantis cat thing slowly unfolds itself and, like, folds up into more of, like, a recognizable animal-y shape, and it's got all of these little scythe legs, and it just completely silently looms up over the sergeant, who like slowly like looks up and then reaches down for his sidearm, and then it just descends upon him.
Right.
And then we see this happening, like she's got a little like watch she's looking at, and it has like little lights for different targets that she has, and one by one the lights are just blinking out and blinking out and blinking out.
Damn.
As
I
all
love
of the like actually like intelligent, useful military minds in the Espadon command structure get taken out, leaving just like the people who don't really know what they're doing and have gotten promoted above what they can actually accomplish.
And that's really important, because like our biggest concern was, as soon as the cube is out, the Espadons will just grab it again. Like it'll they're just they're the military force.
And now they've been hamstrung.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like they're all gone, but there's like just a series of very careful, precise assassinations at key
Right.
points.
to just
Oh.
completely disrupt the command structure.
Yeah.
So like it's chaos on the station right now. We're cutting to different parts of the station. Like the broadcast goes out. We see people like walking in the Selvatica, that like thick park in Alma Central, who are like listening, and then like some people start to move towards the heart of the station. There are people in the junks who are listening on their scrambled radios, who are like, "We gotta go, like go, go, go. That's the ticket. That's our way out. We gotta go." There are people in Infinite Heaven who are clutching their metaphorical or literal pearls and handbags close to themselves, like, "What is happening? Can you believe it?" And like, go, 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 and like private bodyguards and security are running to seal the doors of Infinite Heaven and close off the whole district. Like blast doors slamming down to lock them out. Just absolute chaos. Guards surround Ismael inside the vault. With Sin Problemas is like fighting her way through the crowd of people inside the wedding room, the banquet hall itself.
Mhm.
And those people are freaking out too now. They're just like screaming and shrieking. But before that they've been booing Kiran,
Right.
you know.
I think there's like a sea or like this kind of chaos. You see like Kieran was the center of attention, right? Like there was like literally sunshine on her, like there was all this raindrops. Everybody, even when everyone was booing her, she was still there. I think as the chaos breaks out, the camera kind of like zooms back, like through it all, and then she just gets like lost in the bodies and the chaos. Like she's no longer like it's happened. Like she's lost the lost control of it.
And I think I assume Ismail just like gets out. Right? Like, it doesn't matter.
No, actually, I am going to wait there, and I'm going to wait until Sin Problemas arrives.
Okay.
And Ismail is wearing that same outfit. It should be clear, like,
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Of
Just-
course.
and he's like reclining on some treasure pile, just like haphazardly, you know, looking at a wine goblet. And when Sin Problemas arrives, he smiles and says, "Something wonderful is about to happen."
She snarls. What do you do?
I demand what I deserve.
Whoa.
What do you demand?
You're here. I'll settle for no one less. Go on, pull me in front of whatever authorities you need. Let's have this over and done with once and for all, shall we?
You
And-
want a trial?
I do. It's nothing less than I deserve.
Okay. You're offering yourself a value in return.
Mm-hmm.
She does
My
not.
God.
She does not.
No, she
Proposed
doesn't.
marriage, that's the chat, yes.
I don't know if you're seizing control. Well, you're sort of directing the narrative of this moment. It's up to us to-
I'm seizing
Yeah.
control here.
Yeah.
There is a reason Ismail wants the trial.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, it's
Why
time
are
to
you
reveal some
surprised?
shocking truths. All right, let's see what do we got. That is, ooh, I even have a plus on this, right? I do. That's a 12, baby.
Okay. The target of your demand chooses. I choose.
Mhm.
On a 10 plus, you have to remove one of her options.
Yeah, she can't refuse.
Of course. Yeah.
I always make people an offer they can't refuse.
It's not an option really for her because she doesn't have conditions, but I'm going to choose
Right.
it anyway. I think she's going to concede, of course.
Yeah, that works.
She wants this. It's like
Of course. Everyone wants this except for Ismail.
she walks like slowly towards you past like the vault of opulence. It's like a Scrooge McDuck kind of thing, but like classier with like everything in display cases.
Excuse you.
And just a feed of like stock prices and stuff like blipping around the room. And like the value of everything, the speculated value of every object just increasing every second. So we see like just her vast wealth. And the room of course itself is gold itself. And she just walks right up to you and says, "That's all I've ever wanted. A smile, my dear. I hope you didn't fill up at the buffet. You're about to get your just desserts."
Ooh!
As she puts like hollow cuffs on you.
Yeah.
And the last thing I think we're gonna see in this episode before we cut is that there has been chaos, right? This whole time. Everyone's been running around. Tu and Nikhil have been doing things. And I think the two of you have caught up at some point in the chaos to be like, well, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Both of you feel something cold pressed up against your spines.
Two is gonna stop. Nikhil. I feel like two has been in this situation before.
Yeah, Nikhil stops too. Mainly because she also like sees that something is that dude also.
Yeah. Everyone is running around you. Everything kind of moves in slow-mo as you've kind of been pulled a little bit back into kind of a shadowed part of the garden banquet hall, like in the shade of a tree, like behind like a weeping willow. So you've been brushed behind, like the willow branches are kind of like a beaded curtain, and you can see the chaos of the ballroom in front of you. But now you're secluded inside this little space, and a voice rasps behind you. "So sorry we had to meet this way, dears. But now that I've got you alone, I think it's time we had a little heart-to-heart. I understand you've been looking for me." And the camera swings around, and we see the scarred and mangled half Alberto, half Ismael face, wielding two pistols pressed against both of you.
Oh my
Is one of them a special pistol?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah.
got it back.
The
Yeah, for sure.
vaporizer.
Don't try anything funny. I've had enough excitement for one lifetime.
I don't think two of these has any quippy responses here.
Yeah, I don't think Nikhil would say anything, but I think she does, like, very imperceptibly try to just look over at Thu, and but like with a very determined expression, like completely confident, like this is fine. And
You know what it is? It's we both have our hands up, probably,
Yeah.
and then what's it? Nikhil's right, two's left. They hold hands. Like,
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's the good stuff.
We see your hands interlock, and he looks down. Alberto looks down and sees that, and he smiles. How very touching. Now you can spend all of eternity together. Move. And we cut to black.
yeah.
That has been another episode of Corazon Station. Thank you all for joining
God.
us. Everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be great. We'll see you on the other side for the finale.
Schemes
Yeah.
always go well. They never go wrong.
Mhm.
Two's
Go wrong.
wrong about that.
We're going to go around and tell everybody who you've been, where you can find them. If you have anything immediate coming up in the near future, this is our penultimate episode once again. So next week is going to be the last episode of Corazon Station. So don't miss it. If you have not caught up, go back and watch the VODs. Tell your friends. Tweet at us, All Disasters Here, hashtag All Disasters Here, with all of your theories, your fan stories, your fan fics, your fan art, all of that good stuff. We love seeing it. It brings us joy. It brings us life. We are gonna tell everybody what's going on, starting with Rue.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brew. You can follow me on Twitter at Cherry Drop. I am the producer here, and I also produce Valor Live every other Saturday. I write and design games. I am a contributor on Unbreakable Revolution and also for the Grasping Nettles TTRPG, and I have my own game out on the itch page that I will link in a second called Kick Rocks that I hope you will check out, my first game. And I am also a cast member on the Musafiras podcast. I believe that's everything.
Right on, right on. We got Alex.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex. You can find me on Twitter at @fractaldragon or at fractaldragon.itch.io where I design games. I also am on the Unplaytested podcast. We're taking a little vaccine break, but we're going to be back in a couple of weeks with some new episodes, so you have a good time to go through our backlog, catch up with our VODs and stuff currently. And I'm also on the Forever GM podcast, which is just about to finish up our End of the World run. We have some amazing jokes about the Nissan Rogue, so check that out.
Awesome. Good stuff.
There's also like a, avenging Judgment Angel the size of a skyscraper, but there's a lot of Nissan Rogue jokes. That's why.
Yeah, that's
Cool
the
stuff.
draw. Yeah. We got Vinithia.
Hey everybody, I've been Vinitia, and I'll continue to be. You can find me online. I have my bits. Kevin has his bits. It's fine. It's whatever.
Talk about my bits.
You can find me online, or you can find me on Twitter at Vinitia Valetti, and you can find me online basically everywhere at Vinitia Valetti. It's very simple and very easy. You can find my games and buy my games at viditiavaletti.itch.io, and you can follow me on Twitch and on page and support me on Patreon. You can support me in many ways. I've been promoting this, but I relatively recently released a game called Basic TCG. It's a community created and driven trading card game. There is a jam going on just to kind of get started, have fun with it. It's ending at the end of April. So if you want to check it out, try it out. It's super cool. And also, I wrote for, and it just released. There's a game called The House Doesn't Always Win. It's a really cool game, and I wrote for it, and it just released. I wrote a scenario where you are sentient weapons who rise up against their wielders and their tyrannical rule. So go check that out. It's cool.
Good stuff all around, 100%. We got JR.
Hey, you got me. I'm JR. I am everyone's favorite neighborhood JR. If you want me to appear at your local event, my rates are reasonable. I promise not to rob it. Wink. You can find the RPG articles that I write at bellavlostsouls.net. You can also find me here at All Nerds Here Wednesdays typically at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time until next week, and then you won't be able to find me here because we'll be done. So get on it while you can. Go back, watch the VODs.
That's it.
That's all I got.
That's all you got. We got Kevin.
Hey, I'm Kevin. You can find, report, block all my accounts on social medias, but you can find my games on itch.io. really, at me on Twitter. If you have Sinister Claws in Monster Hunter Rise, please, please, dear God, I need them so bad. Please.
He hunger. Someone please
I
get
just
him.
need one. Just one.
My name is Simon. You can find me on Twitter at Lucha Libris. I write and publish tabletop role-playing games at colorspraygames.itch.io. I am a voice actor for the Penumbra Podcast, which is a queer sci-fi and fantasy audio drama. If you want to hear yourself represented in stories, that's at the Penumbra Pod on Twitter, thepenumbrapodcast.com. I am also a cast member here, All Nerds Here, on Sundays, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, where we play For the Dungeon with puppets. We play puppets who are playing characters in a role-playing game. It's very layered. It's very meta. If you like Sesame Street and Avenue Q and RPGs, come check it out. I think you'll find there's something for you to enjoy. We were on hiatus last weekend, but we are back for another episode this Sunday. So get your comedy dungeon role-playing on. It's a good time. That's all the good stuff that we got going on. I think we are going to say hello to Kupo Knight, friend of the show, friend of the site, fantastic human being, just incredible streamer, part of Team Cypher recently, which is awesome. And we're going to show them some love. They're playing some Yakuza Like a Dragon. I believe they're finishing up the game, so prepare for spoilers, potentially. But who knows? That game's totally bananas. So get your emotes out, get your love ready, open up your hearts as we show them some love. Thank you so much for watching. Come back for the finale. Tell your friends about it. We hope to see a lot of familiar faces in the audience next week. Until next time, please remember, Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Trans rights are human rights. We got some justice for George Floyd, but Derek Chauvin, fuck you. Go to hell. Hope you burn for the rest of eternity. Burn down the police state. Fuck the cops.
Yeah, remember, if you want to make 12, you got to hold up 10 fingers and then 2 more.
That's right. There it is. Peace.
Wait, hang on. I forgot something.
Oh my God.